Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Matter of Opinion. And today's live debate, y'all already know what it is. LeBron versus Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And the question is, who is the real GOAT? And on today's episode, we got two combatants. We got my boy Freezy. Want to introduce yourself, Freeze?
Yo, what's going
And
on?
of course we got my boy June from Hold Up Hear Me Out though.
Team LeBron.
All right. So there's gonna be an interesting debate here, man. Like I'm looking forward to this one. So before we get started, the first thing we got to do is we got to go back to how this debate actually came to fruition. And say that again. What you say? Freezy, you said something?
I said it a while ago. I think I might be lagging.
Yeah, I hear you, but yeah, I think it's lagging a bit. But um the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go back into what started this actual debate. And that debate was of a video that June made, a very good video too, about who's the GOAT, LeBron or MJ, and the stats is phenomenal. So we're gonna definitely get into that. And for those who are on the channel, definitely sign up to his independent channel, which is Don't Call It Locker Room Talk. Definitely subscribe to that. Definitely subscribe to his channel. All right,
Thank you,
so
boss.
let's get into this video. Let me take the overlay off. All right, bet.
Oh.
Yo, Jordan meat riders won't like this, but I've been looking at the stats long and hard.
That's what she said.
That's my joke, damn it.
Outside of the championships, I don't see what it is Jordan does better than LeBron James.
No. Hell no. No. I refuse. No.
Jordan lovers hate stats. I mean, they hate them. For real. So if you try to use them, they're gonna shut you down. That's what they do. When you ask them, what is Jordan better at? They'll always tell you everything. I mean, everything. And then I always bring it right back to the stats. Because then when you look close, the stats always say,
That was a lie.
Ron is 37 in year 19. He dropped 56 points the other day against Golden State on 19 of 31 shooting. And last night, he just dropped 50 points on 18 of 25. Not to mention, he was 8 for 8 at the free throw lines. So sometimes we gotta use stats. Here's the thing, Jordan lovers will always bring up defense once they start understanding like that, hey, maybe LeBron is better at the offensive end because he does everything. They'll bring up defense. Defense in Jordan's era was trash, okay? He was faster than 99% of every single person that stood on that basketball court. 99%. So let's not talk about defense when we're talking about Jordan. You had janitors playing center. Okay. You had YMCA reps playing forwards. Come on. But since I'm giving Jordan zero credit for that, I'm not even going to mention how Bron could defend 1 through 5. Well, I'll say 1 through 4. While Jordan couldn't. Jordan has 2.3 steals per game. LeBron has 1.6. Get him a biscuit. He averaged less than 1 steal per game. Who cares? Like, for real, who cares about that? Now, this is just speculation, but having Scottie play defense on the best player on the opposing team, that is a defensive advantage to the entire team, especially the fellow wing player. Jordan didn't win not one championship without Scottie Pippen. Not one. Don't forget that. Now, when it comes to defensive rating, Jordan was in the top 20 7 times and Bron only had 6. People call the garbage defense that was played in Jordan's era tough-nosed defense. Why is that? All it looked like is YMCA defense. I have no skills, so I'm going to rough you up. YMCA defense. That's what he was playing against. When someone's playing rough and just throwing their body on you, someone like Jordan who's skilled, that's nothing to them. You're actually putting yourself at a disadvantage by playing on him that much. Because you know Jordan always wanted to feel, he wanted to feel where his defenders were. So that's an advantage for him. And there will be some of y'all with this pointless argument, so I will spend 2 seconds on it. Hand checking. Hand checking does not matter. Watch how this kid eats it up. The defender may feel they are at an advantage, but not against a triple threat guard. Now let's look at shooting. LeBron has a higher field goal percentage and three-point shooting percentage than Jordan. I watched Jordan in his prime, and because of that, I was shocked to find out that LeBron's shooting was better than Jordan's. When Jordan shot the ball, it felt like he wasn't going to miss it. So to find out that LeBron has better numbers, how are you just going to brush that off? Jordan averaged 22.9 field goals per game on 49% shooting, while LeBron averaged 19.6 field goals per game on 50% shooting. Even though Jordan took more shots per game, he was less efficient than LeBron. Jordan averaged 3 less minutes per game than LeBron, and he still took more shots. All of the other obvious things like never having a high quality coach, won 3 different places, plays in an era where everyone is athletic, been to the finals almost double as many times as Jordan, beat a 73-win team after being down 1-3, won in the East and West, and blah, blah, blah. So what exactly is it that you think that Jordan is better than LeBron at? Don't even mention championships, because if you're talking rings, we'd have to tip our hats to Bill Russell. We can't go by the eye test alone because I seen how terrible the defense was. LeBron could suffer a career-ending injury, decline to get surgery, play that season, average 101 points per game in the postseason, sweep every single team they play, win finals MVP, and the Jordan lovers will still find a way to diminish his achievement. I don't get it. They will dismiss all of that. Even if he did that in back-to-back years, they would still dismiss it because they feel like the gym teachers were playing hard defense. Because those slow guys called their defense the Jordan rules or whatever, it made it tougher. Come on, that's ridiculous. Are we that dumb? Is that what they think? I think we're that dumb. Here's the thought. If LeBron is scoring at this rate in year 19, can you imagine what he would be doing if he wanted to score as King James? Wow, I can't even imagine.
All right. So it's about a couple of more minutes left in that video, but y'all pretty much get the
You could
synopsis
end it
of that video.
right there.
Yeah, I said it.
You could-
Hold up. I think Freezy's delayed. I think Freezy's delayed. You good, Freezy?
Bring it. I'm about to
Hold up.
destroy everything you just said. Like, dude, really? They
Okay.
not now defensively. Because even when it was lagging
Hold up.
too.
What I'm gonna do is
I got so many things
close it out,
for the
right? And
Wi-Fi.
then
I
come
don't know.
back in and we'll go from there. So close it out real quick.
All right, let me see if I can.
And then come back in with the link.
Maybe I just jumped the wire because I mean,
Oh,
I don't like that. Like we're not talking about it, and there's like some type of friction. No, let's talk about it. And that's the only way bond can get stronger.
Yeah,
Let's
hold
talk about
on
it.
a second.
We have mistakes, but we need
You
to
said
talk
what?
about it. If
Yeah,
not,
close it out. I'ma remove you right now and then come back in, all right?
I agree. I gotta talk about it. If
All right.
not,
What is
So
going
yeah,
on?
something
yeah.
bad can happen
I,
somewhere.
I,
I'm not.
I'm waiting to hear what his points are because those are some good points that you made on that video, man. And yeah, I mean, look, I'm gonna be the one, moderating and judging and everything like that. But those are some very valid points that you made in that video, man. Like I can't really, I can't deny it. But again, we waiting for Freezy to come on so we can see what his issues are with the things that you said and everything like that. Because yeah, a lot of people are saying that Jordan is the GOAT and everything like that. So while we waiting for Freezy, why do you personally feel that LeBron is the GOAT? Like I know we broke down the stuff in the video and everything like that, but why do you personally feel that LeBron is the GOAT over Jordan?
See, because I look at the competition.
Okay.
I start with that. When I look at the competition, I'm like, okay, there's other analysts that always say it was only white people saying this. It was mainly white people in Bill Russell's years. But in Jordan years, there was a lot of white people in comparison to LeBron, where you'll see a team is made up of almost 50% white people. And that's no disrespect to them, but back in the day, they were not as athletic as they are today. The white
Mm,
people are way better today than they were back then. So for me, that in itself is like, oh, I could probably get a point back then. Can I get a point now? No. You could do two moves. They're still with you step for step. Back then, Jordan just put the ball out. The guy's falling on the floor. And it's like, really? Y'all were that? Like, that's who y'all he was playing against? Larry Bird said none of us was on his level. Physically, none of us was on Michael Jordan's level. So for them to say none of us was on his level, then yeah, if you put him where everybody's skilled, everybody's fast, everybody's jumping higher, he's not going to seem as magnificent. He's going to seem like, he's like a Zach Levine. To me, that's how he's going to seem, like just any other guy. Like, yeah, you're
okay.
flying, Morant flying, you're doing all of that. Yes.
Let me ask you a question then.
Uh huh.
Then do you feel that Wilt Chamberlain is as good as people say? Because at that point he was like the tallest guy in the league.
Yeah, well, Chamberlain was extremely fast. I don't remember if he ran. They say he ran 4.4 or something. He ran a really fast time, and not only with that, he's just as fast as everybody, and he's really tall. So you can plug him in any era. Jordan was jumping before people could jump that high. They were looking at him like literally, oh my goodness, this guy's God. That's how I was watching it also, because I never seen. Yeah, you seen people after like Kemp. You seen certain people, but Jordan was in the air for like 30 seconds, going from one hand to the other. I've never seen anything. So he was the first to show me that. Like, yeah, I've seen other people play, but Jordan was the first one to show me that. So I feel like, yeah, that just blew my mind. And I don't see him being that, and this I don't see it. Who was really sticking them? Like, yeah, I hear about the bad boys. I watched 3 of their games in the playoffs, and I was watching them play against Jordan, and they weren't doing anything to the guy. I'm talking
Oh,
about all those hard fouls we talk about. If we watch the game today, we'll see they were calling fouls every time they foul Jordan. Go to the line. He's making his free throws at the same clip as James Harden. He was making it at the same clip as James Harden. So come on, like that was an advantage for him. You getting fouled every time, you're going to the line, 8 out of 10 times you're gonna make it. So
all
it's
right.
like, okay, they're giving you points.
So let me ask you this. Um,
Uh-huh.
what is your analysis on, because I know you say like a lot of white guys and everything were D'ing them up. What is your analysis as far as, like, for instance, when he played in the finals against Gary Payton, and we know Gary Payton the glove is a damn good defender. So
Yes, in those times, Gary Payton, granted, I don't think he would be as good in these times.
yeah,
But these
but you
guys,
we can't go by these times. You get what I'm saying? We got to go by what was going on at that, at that specific time, because that was how the game was played
okay,
at
well,
that
Gary
time. You get
Payton
what I'm
did
saying?
nothing to Jordan. He did nothing to Jordan. And how would he be able to do something to Jordan? Jordan was bigger and stronger than you, just like they said. He was way bigger and stronger than him.
So let me
So
ask
I
you
don't.
this.
Uh-huh.
Let me ask you this. So if size is a thing, right? Do
Okay.
you
Yep.
think do you think Patrick Beverly like does a lot of discouraging a lot of other players, like, players that are taller than him as far as playing defense?
Does he discourage them?
They're like, make it hard for them to score.
Yeah, he makes it harder, but he doesn't make it hard for them to score. No, he didn't make it hard for Kevin Durant to score. He just made it a little harder because at the end of the
Okay.
day, took him right out.
All right. But yeah, okay. Nah, because I'm just trying to, because I know you said height was a thing, so I'm just trying to, pick your brain a little bit. But yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So yeah, man. Like I said, I'm not in this debate, so to speak. I'm waiting for Freezy to come back on. He said he had to restart his computer. We're waiting for him to log back on. But yeah, man. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna let you guys have a back and forth debate. We're gonna go over some stats and everything like that. And once that's done, we're going to, speak about the playoffs and everything like that. So yeah, we're just waiting for Freezy to come back on, and here he comes now. All right. So let me change this overlay. Welcome back, brother.
I'm back.
All right. So
Sorry
Okay.
about that.
What's that?
So,
all right. So as far as what you heard on the video, right? What are the things that you have an issue with?
Okay, so now we just gonna eliminate defense. What are we talking about? Like defense is part of the game too. So like you can't just take away one of his accolades. Jordan won defensive player of the year. You can't take that away. Let me
Mhm.
see. I forgot to run that one because I had to restart. So
Yeah,
but that
yeah.
was the thing that stuck out. That stuck out with me. I'm like, are we not gonna we're not gonna mention defense now? LeBron is a good defender, but he just took a lot of plays off. He was more like a better help defender.
Yeah. What is your
What?
what is your
What?
state of that?
Dan, you got
What
nothing?
is your state? What is your state of
Oh,
that?
I was giving you respect to talk. LeBron can guard more people.
No,
Like for instance, when he guarded a Derrick Rose, right? He was guarding someone way faster than well, supposedly way faster than him. He shut him down. LeBron was also tasked to defend Tim Duncan sometimes. They wouldn't put Jordan on Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan would have looked at him like, "Are you kidding me?" And he would have abused him. So we can add defense because he can't play defense all game when he doesn't have Scottie Pippen with him, when he doesn't have to grab rebounds, when he doesn't have to orchestrate the offense. If he doesn't have to do that, yeah, you could play defense. But when you have to do everything on offense, you can't play defense like that. There's no way. So if you want to include it, we can. But LeBron can defend a lot more positions than Jordan can.
it's fair. His height, his size, fair. But still,
Yeah.
that's just you standing behind someone trying. Tim Duncan was, he was doing an okay job, but Duncan, it wasn't like he was a stop body.
You can't stop a great offense.
No, we
There's
were
no way
slowing
you
down.
can
Okay,
stop it. Yeah.
slow them down. It wasn't but I'm talking about but there's like LeBron, he demonstrated good defense, but Jordan was demonstrating elite defense when they were shutting people down. The both of them, and they started with those two. That's what I'm saying. I'm with that, but because he's better as a help defender or chase down
It
block.
started with Pippen. It started with Pippen. The defense started with Pippen. When you put him on your best guy, that's who it starts with. It's easier to play great defense when you have a great defender next to you. And I can go as hard as I want on him, just move him towards his side, and I got that help. So I watched Jordan playing. I seen how he worked with defense. He was waiting for you to try to pass the ball his way. He's going to grab it and take it to the curb. So I see all of that. But
And
okay,
that's
why don't
that's
you play the
basketball.
huh?
That's just part of
I get
basketball.
it.
You help defense. Like you help you like push the defender to this side of the court or this and that. Like the angle because a lot of players didn't have like two hands. They only have the left hand or the right hand. So
And
you
when
put
was
favorable
that?
to their hand.
When,
So that you side
when
so
was
you can
that?
defend them
When
better.
was that?
What do you
Freezy,
mean?
when did they only have one hand?
Oh yeah, in the 90s.
Okay.
Hold on. Who does Steve talk about when he got one hand? Like I forgot he always mentioned he got only one hand.
But see,
Oh,
it's
like
one
Julius
guy you can
Randle.
miss.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Julius Randle. What's the other guy? His teammate. I forgot.
RJ
Forgot.
Barrett? No,
RJ
but
Barrett.
Yeah. Yeah, they always talking about they only got one hand. This and work on your right, this and that. But then there's a lot of players. There's a lot of players out here that are NBA get in big contracts just because they don't got much game. They keep saying hey they can shoot, but they can't. They're not playmakers. They can't get their own shot. Come on, man. That's not just like make it seem like all this talent is in the NBA now. There's a lot of snipers, yeah. There's a lot of snipers, but there ain't a lot of talent. There ain't a lot of talent that can get your own basket. Like, yo, man, all right, they guard him at the three, so I'm gonna give the ball back to you. I'm gonna try to get open so I can get a shot because I can't drive to the basket.
So are you saying that are you saying that the defense that Jordan had to play against is comparable to LeBron, or LeBron faces tougher defense now than Jordan did?
Jordan faced tougher defense because right now you can't. Like I said, he mentioned you can't hand check.
holy.
Jordan faced tougher defense, dude. If Jordan was able to play in today's
Holy
game,
moly.
what you mentioned in your video, he'll be scoring more than that.
That's
Like,
impossible.
how is Joel Embiid going to the line like 20 times in a game? Are you kidding me? The
Listen,
80s Jordan would be going to the line like 20 times too.
but
Come
you
on,
said the
man.
defense harder. Here go what Jordan said though. Jordan said if they had zone defense on him, he said he would not have been able to be the guy he is. Zone defense was introduced at like what during the end of his career. So he said if they had that the whole time, he would not be Jordan. And that's what LeBron has. And you're saying defense is harder back then when he didn't have that. It was man coverage. If you're coming with the double team, you got to commit fully. You can't start coming and then go back. Back then, you have to go all the way or you're going to get penalized. So Jordan had a different defense. If you're going to double me, I can see you're coming and I can quickly pass it to your guy. LeBron doesn't have that. You can act like you're coming, you can devise schemes. Better coaching will shut that down. Jordan had none of that. None. He admitted to he had none of that.
That's incorrect. Because you know what?
He said that.
They actually out the zone. They brought it back. They outlawed the zone in the early 2000s. That's when they started calling the 3-second violation. They could to eliminate the zone. Nah, bro, you can't get that. Jordan was playing
No, no,
against
no, 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 no. No. He always had man. It had to be man coverage. They
they
introduced it.
eliminated. They actually allowed it. Like it was. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
his whole career he didn't have the zone. He didn't have the zone his whole career. He had it at the end where they brought it back, and then they kept it for good. I'm telling you, you could
You have to show
when
me that because what I
Let me.
recall, I remember the zone
I'm
and they
gonna
took
look
it
it
out.
up.
They took it out. I remember they took it out, and that's when they started like going more with the
0102.
3-second. That's when they took it
Oh,
out, and it was they took it
that's
out.
when
Then
that's when they
they
brought
took
it
it out.
back. Is 010 no. I have it right in front of me. 0102 on ESPN.com. 0102 is when they introduced zone back
Okay,
into
so
the
how
game.
many teams are
That's
playing zone today? How many teams are playing zone today? So what are you talking about? Where's LeBron? Where's his zone that's
how
guarding
many
LeBron?
teams if a team cannot stop, I believe this was Kobe Bryant that said, if a team cannot stop a great player, what they do is they play zone defense. So if you
Mm-hmm.
move here, we collapse on you. If you move here, we collapse on you. AKA, what was that? Boston Celtics versus Brooklyn. KD go this way, he have a guy who's zoning over here who quickly run up on him. He goes over there, he got another guy. So that
Okay, and how
is
many
made to
teams
shut down
demonstrate the zone? How many teams demonstrate the zone?
every
Boston,
every great team.
Miami. No. It's one thing to go to the zone late in the game if you really couldn't stop it, but it's not like you're playing like they're playing zone all game. Because first of all,
Okay.
it's easier to crack. Go ahead. You got the stats on that?
Well, okay. It the ad I looked at, it said the zone was brought into the league in 2011. I mean 2001, 2002, which was
Mm-hmm.
the end of the career with Michael Jordan when he was on the Wizards, and MJ said it himself on rule changes. If teams were able to play zone defenses, I wouldn't have had the career I had. That is what he said.
Okay.
Now, should I read the article or
Yeah, go ahead. Because I didn't notice. I mean, I could have
it
sworn he
says,
was playing. They eliminated the zone. And go
let me
ahead.
see. I'm trying to see like exactly what did he say. Okay.
You're not telling me they
Um
didn't play no zone 90s, from what I remember.
okay. How would Michael Jordan universally recognized as the greatest ever square up against today's competition? The answer to that question seems consensual. Michael Jordan would be even more dominant than he was. David Falk, Jordan's longtime agent, said MJ would average 60 on 75% shooting. Vlade Divac went even further, saying he would average 80. Jeff Van Gundy stopped at 40, and Dennis Rodman, who played alongside 23 in Chicago, predicted at least 50 a game. While most of these hyperboles Jordan's greatness at the point of absurdity, finding an alternative answer to the greatest hypothetical question of them all seems impossible. But I've stumbled upon one, and the unlike of the affirmation praise bordering on insanity is one as objective as it gets. Okay, that's going into Michael Jordan. Yeah. Okay, right. It was right
Mhm.
before the NBA's latest revolution when the league decided to eliminate illegal defense guidelines, allowing teams to play any defense, including a zone. They also implemented a defense defensive 3-second rule to
Oh,
prevent
okay.
teams from anchoring a big guy down low for the entire possession. A few months before these changes became official due to the potential harm that they would do to the game, Michael Jordan decided to speak out against their implementation. To everyone's surprise, he used himself as the example.
Okay,
Okay,
I
so
misspoke. I misspoke. They got rid of the
let's
legal
go.
defense. They got that's what I was. I thought
They
that's what they got. Okay, that's
Freeze.
what I
Don't
misspoke.
worry.
I got you. Got
MJ
you. Got
love MJ lovers do that all day. I know it. I know it.
wow.
I
One
ain't mad
blip.
at you.
One blip.
I ain't
I could
mad at you though.
I could have sworn I seen the zone like played. Could have sworn I seen zone played in the 90s.
No, it's even with the 3 second. There was no three
Uh huh.
second. They allowed a tall guy to stand under the basket and get
Mm-hmm.
dunked on. It's easier to dunk on
They,
him than if he's running with you, trying to like stop you. How LeBron be doing? Nah, they stand there waiting for you, and you're gonna dunk on him. Jordan's coming downhill at you. He's gonna dunk on you. It don't matter who
before you
you are. My
before
fault.
y'all continue, I just want to give a shout out to Rex in the building, Erica Pierre in the building, and anybody tuning in, whether it's on Facebook or whatever. Hey, hop over on YouTube and support the channel on YouTube also. And if you're in the building, hey, give a shout out so that we know you're in the building. Because if you don't say anything, we will not know that you're in the comment section or in the live, and unfortunately, we won't be able to give you a shout out. All right, so yeah, go on. All right, so are
no,
y'all
we can
y'all
move
good?
past that. I thought that. Yeah, I thought my thing
Okay.
was that I mean the early 2000s that they got rid of stuff. I thought it was the zone because they wanted to open up the offense. So maybe it was
Okay.
like he said what it was. But hey, look, man, I'm getting up there in age. You know what I'm saying? I got to remember what
Oh,
things from the past. I didn't do my
wait.
research.
Is that
No,
an
it's not
admission
no
or something?
excuse. Not no
I'm not
excuse.
saying excuse.
I'm
Is
going.
it an
I
admission
didn't
or
read this.
something?
I didn't check Google before I came on. You know what I'm saying? I did your homework, but I didn't check Google. What I saw, what I remember. That's what I'm going off
When you
right
was
now.
a kid, when you was
What
a
I,
kid,
I,
when we were
no, no,
watching
no, no.
porn on TV where you barely could see it, and you're like, I could see a titty.
Dude, I watch
That's the
basketball
time.
faithfully. I watch basketball faithfully,
I
and
know.
I'm gonna be like I'm not gonna be biased too, because I like it's not like I'm not here to put down LeBron because I think LeBron is great. It's not like but I'm
It's a
saying,
debate.
but
I know Jordan
yeah,
great.
yeah, and I'm gonna, but so the ways that the people making like LeBron is up, not like no, dude, we're talking about 1 and 2 right here. You know, ain't no bums. We're talking about number 1 and number 2.
But
But
you
even
just
though
feel Jordan is the GOAT.
yeah, because there's a thing like this. Well, I'll save it, but okay, let's move on. I save it because I'm gonna save it.
All
I'm gonna
right.
save
Okay. All right. So
it.
with that being said, that we covered, what you got had to get off your chest about that. We're gonna run into another debate to see who's the GOAT. The question now is who had a better supporting cast in the NBA finals between LeBron's teams and Jordan's teams, and who faced stiffer competition. So I'm gonna pull that up now for you guys. So we're gonna start with the first NBA finals, right? That Jordan was in, and then we're gonna switch to LeBron. So the first NBA finals was the Lakers versus the Bulls, right? And that of course went 5 games. And the rosters for those respective teams were Lakers had James Worthy, Vlade Divac, Magic Johnson, Sam Perkins, Byron Scott, AC Green, Terry Teagles, Larry Drew. And then the Bulls had Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright, John Paxson, Cliff Livingston, Craig Hodges, Will Perdue, BJ Armstrong. Okay. And then the first year that LeBron went to the finals was against the Cavaliers and the Spurs. We already know the competition that was,
Come on.
in that final. So let's just go over the rosters. You had LeBron James, Sasha Pavlovic, Drew Gooden, Larry Hughes, and Big Z Ilgauskas. Anderson Varejao, Daniel Gibson, Danielle Marshall, Damon Jones, Eric Snow, Ira Newble, Scott Pollard. And of course, we know the Spurs, they had Bruce Bowen, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Michael Finley, Fabricio Oberto, Manu Ginobili, Robert Horry, Francisco Elson, Jack Vaughn, Brent Barry, Bino Aldrich, and Matt Bonner. So let me share that screen now. So yeah, so we already know that roster right there, like I'll let y'all speak. Between the two of y'all, that first Jordan's year, who do you believe had the better supporting cast and faced stiffer competition?
Well, obviously, like they were the Bulls. You could say they were top heavy because you well, like Hall of Famers there. And Horace Grant,
Yeah.
not a Hall of Famer, but he was an All Star. That's top
Mhm.
heavy. But but June over there talking about there was only plumbers and this and that. He had spare parts. We're talking about three good players and a bunch of spare parts.
Who
And
who Jordan?
yeah, because I say this. We're talking. Paxson was the best 3-point shooter, right? I could say maybe overall Della Vadova was better. We said Della Vadova was on that team, right?
Look, you're not even
No,
serious.
he was
No,
Don't
my bad.
no.
I'm thinking about the.
That was
Yes, after my bad.
that was
That was
yeah, it was
I'm
LeBron,
sorry.
Sasha Pavlovich, Drew Gooden, Larry Hughes,
wait.
Big Z. That was the year. That was the team LeBron had his
Okay,
first year.
Larry was good. Jake Z was. I
Oh my
remember
goodness.
he was there.
Yeah.
What go ahead?
Go keep going. You're
Look,
shocking us.
Larry Hughes good. It's not, I'm talking about
Yeah.
once you get past Jordan, Pippen, and Grant. I'll say Larry Hughes is, on the other side too. Well, Larry Hughes is the next best talent out there. And now maybe a Gauskas, my bad, Big Z, then Larry Hughes.
I
Come on,
would even put James Worthy before I put Larry Hughes. No offense to him. Larry Hughes, what was
what?
he doing?
What you? I'm in a debate. James Worthy versus Larry Hughes.
I'm
James
just
Worthy
saying,
is a
as a
what? He's Hall of
significant
Famer.
piece, I feel like James Worthy was more like he was needed. Big men were needed back there.
He's a
So
Hall of
I
Famer.
take
Oh no, you said big man. You talking about Cartwright? You
not
said James
nah.
Worthy.
Okay, Cartwright. Sorry, Cartwright.
You said well, I'm like what? James
Wait, Bill Cartwright was on that. He wasn't on that
No,
year.
yeah, but he was on the Bulls, but you said James Worthy. I'm like, that's like you're comparing an apple to a seed.
But you're saying Larry Hughes was a Hall of Famer?
No, I didn't say no. I said he was a
Okay.
good talent. No, you said no, definitely not. I'm just saying like as far as on who the Bulls had, he would be like the sixth best talent when you get past the Jordan, the Pippen, Grant. Then
Mhm.
Big Z would be 5, and then 6 would be Larry Hughes. And who said
So
Sasha?
wait, we're saying.
Go ahead.
So what was your answer though? You're saying LeBron had the better supporting cast?
I said no, I said no. I said the Bulls were top heavy with talent, but as far as
Uh-huh.
overall, like the talent on that team was better. Because I'll say Paxson, like Larry Hughes
Hold
is
on.
the better
The talent
overall
on.
player.
So wait, let me just get this straight. So you're saying that the Bulls were top heavy, but the LeBron had a better overall team.
Overall talent. Well, no, not overall team, but the player individuals were the better talent, not the better overall team. Because
Okay.
the Bulls had a system to make those guys who weren't that good, those ancillary parts fit the top talent. So I'm talking
I
about
get what you're saying.
individually. Are you going to pick Larry as far as overall talent, Larry Hughes or John Paxson? We're talking about overall talent.
I mean,
Larry Hughes
I know Paxton is a way better shooter, so I
is a
would take him.
shooter, but overall talent, Larry Hughes is a better talent. You see what
Overall
I'm saying?
talent, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But I'm saying, but the Bulls were
But
like top heavy, and they
Russell
had
Wilson, I mean not Russell Wilson, Westbrook is a great talent, but you don't really want him on your team. It's like you stay over there, give me a good shooter. Give me a Kyle Korver, give me somebody
well,
else, but don't give me him.
uh,
And I'm not
I
saying
wouldn't,
Larry Hughes is one of those, but the better talent does
dude.
not
But he could
matter.
lead a team. But he's a person like if he's the best player, he will get you. He can get you into the playoffs. But if he has to
Okay.
work with other talent,
I will.
go ahead.
I will say this. If you got to ask me to pick as far as talent wise, Larry Hughes between John Paxson, if I had a team and I had to pick any of those two to start a team, I would go with Hughes over Paxson. Like
Because
as
he's
far as like if
a talented player.
you told me, hey, Wally, you're a GM and this is between these two players to start your franchise. Which one are you picking?
Yes,
I would unfortunately have to pick Hughes over
Now,
Paxson.
let's say
So
you
I think
have
that's the direction.
Walls P. Let's say you have LeBron and or Jordan on your team. You already have that situated. Now, who are you picking? A Paxton or a Larry Hughes?
scenario. Different
Because that's
scenario
what
though.
that's
See, of
what
course,
matters.
Paxson.
But that's what matters because we're
Because,
talking about LeBron. We're talking about
but
LeBron
you're
and
talking about
Jordan. We're not
fit.
talking about who's. No, but you're saying he said they starting the team with one of them. Of course, I'm going to go Larry Hughes starting the team. But to have those players already established, I'm not
If
picking a
you're
Larry
But
if
Hughes.
you're
we're breaking
if you're
down.
asking if you're asking me who would I pick if I had a Jordan or LeBron and
Already.
I had to pick between Larry Hughes and Paxson, I would unfortunately pick Larry Hughes only because he's a two-way player.
Yeah, no. I think he said if you have Jordan, he said if you have Jordan and LeBron.
No. If I have Jordan or
And
Oh,
LeBron,
if you have no,
yeah.
then you
and
gotta get the next
if that
best talent. You don't
I
need
would
Jordan.
I would go with Hughes because he's a
Yeah,
better two-way player.
yeah,
That's why I would pick
and
him. That so you know
you need
like
more talent. You're not looking for
that's why.
a role player. You need more talent. See, I thought you meant if you Jordan and LeBron, what would you pick next? Of course, you got Jordan LeBron. Then you just pick somebody that's just gonna have to have a role of a sniper. You already have Jordan and LeBron. But if you just got one, yeah, you still got to add more talent before you look for ancillary parts that is going to come in and spot
Yes.
and shoot. You don't want a Paxson as a second choice. Hell no.
But who would, all right, if you're saying LeBron would do better with a Larry Hughes than with a Paxton, the shooter
As a
who's going to
second
make his shots?
choice, I'm talking about no. As a second choice, you don't go Paxton. You find snipers down the line. You got to accumulate
No. I'm
talent.
saying if those were the options, I'm not saying going down the line. I'm just saying he makes his shots. Like, I don't think LeBron had a teammate that is as consistent as John Paxton. I don't believe he had a teammate who is a consistent shooter, not including Kyrie.
What
Kyrie makes
I'm about
his
to
shots.
say? Okay, like, what?
No. I'm not going to disrespect my
Kyrie
boy.
Love?
That's
Are
my
you kidding?
boy.
Well, we're gonna get
Kevin
to
Love
that.
isn't as consistent as Paxton.
No,
We're
no,
gonna get to that. Go on, go. Say
go
what you
ahead.
was gonna say, Freezy,
You
real
know,
quick. No,
Paxton,
go ahead, because you was
Paxton
gonna say
took
something.
Paxton took like 3-4 shots a game. Come on now,
And
like come on
made
now.
like a high percentage of them.
Okay,
No,
three
but
four
he
shots a game, but Kevin Love was giving you double doubles. Like, dude, I'm
yes,
picking
but
Kevin Love.
But here's the thing, though.
I'm
That's
not
not the
saying that.
team.
Yeah,
That's not the
No,
teams we're
I
talking
know,
about.
but he
Yeah,
mentioned Kyrie. He said
yeah.
LeBron never had a. I'm like, what about Kyrie and
Well,
Kevin Love?
we can't bring that into there because we got to go by this specific
Okay, we're
team.
going by
So
this.
if
No,
we're
no problem.
yeah, so that we'll get to the Kyries and stuff. We
Mm-hmm.
got to go
Mm-hmm.
by this specific Jordan's first time in the finals and
Uh-huh.
LeBron's first time in the finals.
Yeah.
So my question is, between these two teams, was the Spurs a more stiffer competition for LeBron than the Magic were for the Bulls?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
think
LeBron
that,
had a harder match or whatever.
yeah.
And as far as the team goes, Jordan had a better team than LeBron did.
No, I think as well, I wanted
As
to.
far
come
as
on,
the
say
team
it.
I told my
Go with your head.
full roster.
Go ahead,
full
say it.
roster, who had
Say
a
it.
better
Go with the
team?
head.
LeBron had more talent on the full roster because those other players have more responsibility. Where you're asking other guys to catch and shoot, or when I give you the ball, dunk it, Cartwright. Nobody was going to Cartwright in a post. They were going to Gaskins in a post to get them buckets. But yeah, so
But what did
LeBron had a
that didn't get them
overall
anything?
Oh, hold
overall
on,
talent, not the
June,
better
you'll
team
have your
because they're
chance to
You're
top
right.
speak.
heavy.
You're right. You're
The
right.
Okay,
overall talent, but not the better team because the Bulls were top heavy. That's why. Because it was famous versus and everybody else was about talent. So as far as the full roster, they had more talent, but they weren't the team because Jordan was on it.
okay. So June, what is your take? Do you believe that Jordan faced a stiffer competition as far as having to go against the Lakers as opposed to LeBron having to face the Spurs? Who do you think had a tougher challenge?
I believe LeBron had the tougher challenge. He
Okay,
was the underdog. What I don't remember if the Bulls were the favorites. That I don't remember.
I can look that up. I can look that up.
I'm not sure, but the thing about it too, James was injured. I don't think he played in the finals at all. Magic was on his last leg,
So that was easy. Yes.
so that's why I say it
But
was an easy. Yeah, because you're talking about Tim Duncan, Robert Ory, Manu, all that. Yeah,
Parker. Yeah. I don't agree though that LeBron had the better team. I
Okay.
don't see that at all.
I didn't say a team because the team you got. I said if you start a team with 2 Hall of Famers and an All Star, that's top heavy. I said
Uh-huh.
LeBron had the overall better talent as individuals, but not the better. They didn't make a better team than when you start a team with Jordan, Pippen, and Grant. That's a better team
Oh,
right there. It's hard to match that. But I just mean like individually, overall better talent.
oh,
From what you said, they're playing plumbers, right? John Paxson was
yeah.
a plumber, stuff like that.
No,
So
no, the competition.
all
I
those
was
guys
talking
like
about the competition.
no, but I'm
I
saying
was talking
even
about
though
the
Jordan,
competition.
Jordan had plumbers too. Those guys had those guys had second jobs after they left the arena. You know what I'm saying? Jordan ain't needs Jordan. Hey, Jordan was making his money.
Yeah. For the finals, the Bulls were minus 200.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that covers that roster. Now we're gonna go into the second year, right? So the second, not second year, second championship. So that second championship was Portland Trailblazers versus the Chicago Bulls. Now, that roster of the Blazers had Clyde Drexler,
Mm,
Terry Porter,
mm.
Jerome Kersey, Kevin Duckworth, Buck Williams, and on the bench, Cliff Robinson, Mark Bryant, Danny Ainge. Yeah, Danny Ainge, Robert Pack, Ennis Watley, Ala
Just call him AA.
Adelanabi,
Call him AA.
yeah, A, and Wayne Cooper. And of course,
They
the Bulls had
violated it.
the standard Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright, Scott Williams, BJ Armstrong, Cliff Livingston, Bob Hansen, Will Perdue, Stacy. So that was their roster. So now we're going to jump over to the Mavericks versus Heat. That Mavericks team, Dirk Nowitzki, Sean Marion, Jason Kidd, Tyson Chandler, Deshaun Stevenson on the bench, Jason Terry, Brandon Haywood, JJ Barrera, Peja Stojakovic. LeBron on the Heat, LeBron, D Wade, Chris Bosh, Joel Anthony, Mike Bibby, Mario Chalmers, Udonis Howson, Mike Miller, Jawan Howard, Eric Dampier, Eddie House, James Jones. Okay, so we know the results with the finals and everything. Who had the better team and who faced stiffer competition?
Heat had the better team,
Hmm.
and the Bulls faced stiffer competition.
Okay.
Easy. I don't
What
see
about you? What about you, June?
I disagree. I believe it's the Bulls. The Bulls been together for a longer time. At by that time, they was already together for a longer time, and we know chemistry means everything. So we already know that. They tried to put three superstars together in a short time with a new coach. So it's the Bulls. The competition, I believe, LeBron went against a better competition, without a doubt.
Hold on.
Dude,
That's
are you
what I believe.
serious? Are you
I do.
serious?
Yes, I think Nowitzki was
No, it was
unstoppable.
Dirk,
Uh-huh.
aging Jason Kidd, and a
Who was a
bunch of
sharpshooter at the end?
yo, dude.
All
They
right. So
go
here,
ahead.
so here's the question I gotta ask for you, June.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You said that the Bulls were the better team because they gelled together and they were already complete team, right?
Yeah, they were yeah.
Okay. But you're saying they're a better complete team. Okay. But why okay, I guess my question is how would the how do you why do you believe that the Mavericks were a better like a stiffer competition as opposed to the Blazers who also were had a good squad with Hall of Famers on there. I'm just
And
asking you
chemistry,
like
and chemistry, and chemistry.
what's like what is your perspective on that? Just to get
Okay, I
clarity for me.
got you.
Yeah.
I feel like you just put them together. Not only you just putting them together gives the advantage to whomever you're playing. Every finals LeBron been in, he's been the underdog. So you just got this new team going against these guys. So because of that, they're better. I feel like Danny Ainge and them, yeah, they were as far as talent for talent. I believe they would have been better than Dallas, but not for the Bulls. The Bulls were superior to them without a doubt. Like was way better. So I feel like the gap between the Bulls and what was
The
it, the Suns?
Portland
Trailblazers,
Trailblazers.
yeah, the Trailblazers is. I just feel like it was a different gap between the Mavericks and the Miami Heat. Why? Because Miami Heat was brand new. It's like Brooklyn. Brooklyn got swept. Why? Because they haven't played together. They haven't really gelled like that. So their other players look like bums, and they're not bums. They're great players. But they just added these guys during the season. Seth Curry, you added Drummond. So I think it's the same difference. You just threw people together and think they're going to be great. It doesn't work like that.
Nah, I'm not gonna let you get that. I'm
got
not gonna
something
let
to
you
say.
get away with that. You're not gonna get away with that. They had so many cameras in my training. These dudes were out to get it. You talking about put them together? That's Kyrie who missed the whole season. Nah, we can't compare them to Nets. That's not fair. That Miami squad was in it from day one. Training day or whatever, not training, training camp
Training camp.
training camp to the preseason. They had video cameras down there looking at them, we're working on our defense. I saw the whole thing. Everybody was
Yes, but
they
they still
just talking
haven't
about put
played
them
together.
together. It's not no putting them together. You played a whole season. They had the ups and downs, and you know what? They ended up with 1 seed. Come on, bro. Nah, you can't get that one. Nah, we're not gonna
No,
make
that was
LeBron
their
look like
first
some.
year.
Huh? We're not gonna
That was
minimize.
their
Nah, we're not
first
gonna
year.
minimize that. And we're talking about and on that team, just like that, they had at least one player with a championship. At least one player. No, actually, two players with a championship on that team. On the Bulls, I'll say at the top. No, I came back with the same team. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had two players with a championship ring. Bosh didn't have one. LeBron didn't have one. No, they act like these guys were like
Yes, but
like the
they were
OKC
new.
team. They weren't that OKC team that is like they didn't have no experience. They were young. No, they were seasoned vets. They had the
As a
experience.
team, they were new. Freezy.
They were,
As a
yeah,
team,
they were new for what?
they were
82
new.
games?
So that
82 games
yes,
to the
but that
playoffs.
matters.
That's not new.
You're telling me that
We
doesn't matter.
no, we can't. Nah, man,
No.
nah.
Is
See,
that
now
what you're saying? You're saying that doesn't matter. You're
we're
saying the
not giving
fact that
that
the Bulls
pass.
been together longer doesn't matter? Is that what you think?
No, you're
The
gonna try
Bulls
to
been
say they're
together
better.
longer. No.
You're gonna try
Is
to.
that what you're saying?
That was a better
Because the
team. You
Bulls,
can't say they're not a better team because it was their first year. No, it wasn't. It didn't matter. They had 8. They played a full season together.
it does matter though. How come they didn't win the first year, but they won the second year?
You want?
Because the
How come?
chemistry
Oh,
they
go
built there.
there. You want to go there? You want to go
No,
there?
we can't leave the topic.
Okay, I'm saying you
We'll
want
don't
to
worry.
We're gonna go. Okay,
We'll get to the second.
we'll
We'll
get
get
there.
to the second year. We'll get to the second year. We'll get to the second year.
Huh?
Okay.
Nah,
I said we'll get to. We'll
We'll come
definitely get
back.
to the
Let's move
second year.
forward. We'll come back to this
He
one.
didn't.
Wait,
He didn't
what was
answer
the
that
question,
though.
June? What was the question, June?
He sounded like he think chemistry doesn't matter. You
Yeah,
were
I
together
never
for
said it didn't
82
matter.
games, but that's what you're making it sound like because you're saying they were together for 82 games, and that's still way less chemistry than the
No,
Bulls had.
you try to say that they just put them together. That's not fair. The Nets was put together. They lost Harden halfway. There's a trade deadline. They added Ben Simmons. Kyrie just came back. That's the team together. This team was in it since day one in training camp.
That's
They were
still
all in on training
nothing.
camp. That's not just putting it together. Because we can. But okay,
No, that's an
so what
excuse for your
about the
Brooklyn. That's an
Celtics?
excuse for your Brooklyn. What about the
You're
Celtics?
making excuses. What about the Celtics? They just come together.
What
And they won
about
the
the
first
Celtics?
year. Huh?
What Celtics? What are you talking about? What
The
about the Celtics?
2008 Celtics. Oh, they just put them together. We talking. Nah, man.
Oh, he's talking about
You're making
Kevin
excuses.
Garnett and
With
them.
Garnett, Pierce,
That's not
nah, you're making
excuses. That is
excuses,
a
man.
fact. They
You're
don't
making
have the same.
excuses, bruh.
Let me excuse for what? He asked me a question. In order for me to give an answer, I'm not going to just say I remember when I was younger, like you were doing. What I'm trying to tell you is the reason they didn't have chemistry is because they just came together for
Who
the
said they didn't
first
have
year.
chemistry but you?
I
Because
know, but I don't believe they had.
team. Hold on. A team who lost in a fight didn't have chemistry. Are you kidding me?
Yes, it's
So
because
first
the
round they didn't
talent
have chemistry,
got
but they
them
won.
there.
Second round they had
They
chemistry,
didn't
but they
have
won.
chemistry.
Third round they didn't have
Let
chemistry,
me
but they
just.
made it all to the final and choked, but yet they didn't have chemistry.
You
Hold
don't
on,
Yes,
think
hold
you
on,
don't think
I'm
hold
telling
on,
talent
you,
wouldn't
hold
have
on,
choked?
BS.
Freezy, hold on,
You don't
That's
think
hold on,
BS.
Freezy. Let you hold on, Freezy. Let June say. Let June say
nah.
his.
He thinks talent can't get you that far. Is that what you think? Talent could get you far. It can't win the big game. Yes, they were talented. Yes, they got there. But
They
that was
got
their first
cocky.
year playing together.
They got
Like,
cocky.
cause let me tell you this. Y'all, MJ lovers, y'all try to diminish coaching, and no, you can't do that. He had a first-time coach coaching him. A first-time coach. That's not an excuse. That's a fact. They just came together. That's a fact. What happened the next year? D-Wade said, LeBron, it's your team. That
You
had
said
to
first
take
time coach.
time
You're
in
lying.
order for him to say.
You're lying. That's
Eric
a
Spoelstra
lie.
never coached. When did Eric Spoelstra coach?
That was his first season. He was
When did
already
he?
with D Wade. What are you talking about? Now you
When did
can't.
he coach? Now he did it as a
Now
head
that's his
coach.
first year. He already
As a
coaching
head
Wade.
coach, run the
I don't know.
receipts.
Get the
That's it.
stats.
Let
But
me look it up.
he
Let me
gonna
look it
get
up.
it. But I'm gonna just say this: you act like that doesn't matter. It does matter.
Doesn't matter.
Phil
Okay.
Jackson came.
Well, tell
He
that
had
to
all
Kerr.
his stuff.
Tell that to Steve Kerr. Tell it Nick Nurse. Like it
Okay.
can't happen. I'm coach. Come on, man.
Wait. What does that mean, Nick Nurse? And what does that have to do with
No,
it?
you
It
say no
can.
because like a first time head coach can't do it. It has been done. I think it's 5 that actually done that.
Yes, and someone been to the moon. Yes, just because it happened doesn't mean anything.
You
It's
have
still
proof of
you
Okay,
that?
have an
okay,
Are you sure?
advantage.
okay. Let me. Okay, so fact checking.
Okay.
The Heatles came together 2000 between the 2010 and 2011 season. Eric Spoelstra became the let me pull it up. Eric Spoelstra became the coach April of 2008. Spoelstra
Oh,
became the head
oh,
coach of the Miami Heat after
oh.
Pat Riley's decision to step down.
No experience
Okay.
under tutelage under Pat Riley. He'd been in a film room since Pat Riley was a coach in Miami.
And he came and
He
he
We
was
came
try to
never a
diminish him.
coach.
Spoelstra
He was
His
never
Spoelstra
first
a
man.
coach
Spoelstra
though.
wait, Spoelstra it says Spoelstra wait, let me see. When did he start his like being a
When Pat
coach and
Riley
stuff
came there,
like that?
he was in a film room. He was in a film room. He was like doing the film and whatever. Then he'd been under
So
Pat
it
Riley
says
too.
coaching career, Miami Heat since 1997
Thank
to
you.
present. So that's when he been on the
Under
staff.
We talking about
Riley.
no,
Under
but
Riley.
that's
No,
not
but
that's not a head
Riley.
coach, bro.
no, but I'm
No,
That's
no,
not
just
a
saying
head
no.
coach.
no,
No, it's not a
no,
head
no,
I'm
coach.
no,
But
talking
no.
to
I'm just
Freezy.
saying
I'm talking to
No, we're
Freezy.
talking about
I'm just
experience though.
no. I'm just saying his coaching career started in Miami Heat 1997. That's all I'm
Yeah, that's
saying.
what he was
I don't.
doing.
I'm not. Yeah,
When
that's all.
when did
I'm not
Steve
saying
Nash?
head coach.
When did Steve Nash start? The same what?
Steve Nash
Did
don't
Steve
Steve
Nash
Nash
ever?
doesn't
That's not part of the
No, I'm
conversation
just
yet.
no. He brought no. The fact that
Oh,
he brought up the he said that you put it together like the Nets. It's not the same, bro. We're not gonna do that. Steve Nash
yes, but
was
okay.
never a
No,
head
look.
coach. He never was like a part of the team or anything like that. He just came on board. He was a brand fresh coach. No assistants, nothing. Rick supposed to have been around since 1997. The tutelage of Pat Riley. So we're not gonna diminish Pat. Come on, bro. Stop with that.
Listen,
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
that doesn't matter. That was his first year in the finals. So what you're trying to say,
Hold on.
Streezy,
So
he's never
are
made
we moving goalposts now?
that's but listen, can you just listen?
okay, okay.
You had
Go
a
on.
Phil Jackson, because we're talking about the second year. Phil Jackson was already a winner by that time. That's what you're not trying to understand. Jordan didn't win anything till Phil Jackson came. Phil Jackson came, got them to the final. Phil Jackson came the next year. He's still there. They won the finals. Then they won the
Hold on.
finals. Then they won
Hold
the
on again.
finals. So yeah,
Right. So that was Phil Jackson's second final I'm talking about right now. Oh, the nerve of him with 1 year experience compared. Come on, man. That was his second final. We're talking about LeBron's second year in
second
the final.
one final.
No,
Yeah. So yeah, he won
we're
the
talking about.
first.
We're just comparing the Blazers series to the Mavs series. That's okay. So Eric Spoelstra have been in the finals. This is his first year. This is Phil Jackson's second. Come on, we're splitting hairs here. Come on, man.
With
We're
Tex
splitting
Winter.
hairs here.
Who did Eric Spoelstra have? Can you tell me who he had? Because Greg
What do you
Hodges
mean?
said, this is what Greg Hodges said himself. Greg Hodges said we had guys They knew what we had to do.
Look,
He said, he said not Eric Spoelstra. He said Phil Jackson and Tex Weiner had us in line. We were in line. So that coaching mattered. You're trying to say Eric Spoelstra mattered. He did not matter.
he
That's
didn't
why
matter.
LeBron was trying to get rid. He didn't. That's why LeBron tried to get rid of him. So
And, 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 and
what did Big Dog say? Big Dog said no, he's staying. I want him
exactly,
as the
he's
coach.
staying.
So he stayed. Yes,
So you know who
but they
fucked
would have
up?
never said that about Phil Jackson
So
because
you know who
Phil
messed up?
Jackson was the.
LeBron.
You're trying to say LeBron messed up.
So who knew better?
Of course,
Who knew
LeBron,
better? Wade.
LeBron isn't a
Who knew
GM.
better? Wade, the man who won the championship. The man who won the championship knew
Wade?
better. He knew he yeah. And Eric Spoelstra was on that squad.
Wade, it wasn't Wade that said that. That wasn't Wade.
Yes, it
that
was
said
Wade.
It was
Eric
his
Spoelstra,
GM that
LeBron,
said no. Eric
LeBron didn't
Spoelstra's staying.
and he said, yeah, LeBron, Wade backed
Pat
Eric
Riley's
Spoelstra.
the one that said that. Wade
And
is not the
Wade
one who
backed him
was.
up. And Wade
Well,
backed him up.
Wade doesn't matter. Wade really
Why does it
didn't
matter?
matter.
Hold on, why not?
He mattered when he gave the reins to LeBron. That's when Wade mattered. When he said we
Oh
can
man,
only
you
win.
trying to, you putting
How's
two
that
teams
moving
on a
it?
pedestal.
Answer how that moving it.
Dude,
Wade is the one that said we cannot win unless it's your team. That's the only way we're gonna win.
because he was the better talent. Because LeBron ain't had that dog in him. He's
But
dogging
a
him.
coach is supposed to do that. A coach
Where's
is
the
supposed to say,
dog?
nah, he is the
Pippen
man.
ain't got to tell Jordan that. Where's the dog? Come on, bro. Where's the dog?
It doesn't work like that.
You flake.
Pippen came to his team. Pippen came to his team. Don't you get that?
It doesn't matter, but Pippen reminded him that you were the man. Pippen reminded him you're the man.
Nah.
We got this.
That's
You're
why
the
Pippen
man.
said
We got
LeBron
I got
better.
Jack. LeBron,
said
I'm
LeBron
sorry,
better.
I don't want to step on any toes. I don't want to. I want a championship, but I don't want to step on any toes. Where's the dog in you? Come on, bro. That's not alpha. That's some beta move.
Well, your alpha just called an 04. Your alpha just called an 04. I dig it. It doesn't work like that. You need coaching.
I gotta avoid that. That's not a part of the conversation.
It's not
right
part
now.
of the conversation.
It is.
But
He's talking about alpha.
But yet, no. But yet, he using that for his argument, right? Oh, they just put the team together. See? Come on, bro. Stay on script. You just talking about, oh no,
they did put the team together. They said LeBron put the team together.
Say correctly. Words matter. That was their first full season together.
Matter.
They didn't just put the team together. That was their first full season together. Because you know what? And they came together after the decision. That's when they were a team. Oh, not one, not two, not three. You remember that? It wasn't. They didn't put it together. They had a party. What are you talking? They had a party right before the season started.
Wait, Freezy, let me ask you.
Hold on. Let June.
I just want to know, what are you talking about?
No.
Tell me what you're talking about. Because you're saying they've been together, partying together. What are you talking about? I would love to know. What are you talking about?
I said words matter. You said they just put the team together. Yes. No, that was just their first full season together. Yes. They were already together.
Where? Last year they played together. Last year they played together. That's what you're saying. The last year they played together.
Okay, what he's saying is they just put the team together and they played on the court. So even when they decided to get together in the summertime, that doesn't matter. What matters is they got together, like they freshly got together that year.
Exactly.
That's what June is trying. No, that's what June is trying to say. So so basically, June is trying to say when you are like, they were saying the not one, not two.
No.
He's basically saying that's irrelevant. What matters is they just got together on the court.
But he brought the Nets into the conversation. See, that's not the same thing. That's why I'm thinking, like, what are you talking about? They just put them together.
I get what you're saying.
Full training camp. You see, that's not the same. You use a poor example. That's why I'm thinking, like, oh, hold on now.
Okay. So basically,
that wasn't your first year though. I was trying to give y'all a break by making
no. They still
at the end of the day. Well, we can't talk. I can't talk about it. I won't talk about it.
Your third best player, your second and third player got traded mid-season, and we're talking about Kyrie didn't play today.
We'll get into the Nets later. Okay, so basically, Freezy, you said that LeBron's team was the better team, but the Bulls faced stiffer competition. And June, you're saying that the Bulls had the better team and LeBron faced a stiffer competition.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me like I said, I'm just taking mental notes of everything because, like, at the end of the day, I'll decide who made the better argument, so to speak. Like, I'll see who made the better argument.
Stephen
And
A.
even
Freely think being loud does stuff. Nah,
no,
have your point. Have
All
your
right,
point.
all right. So
Oh, he got
here's the
that
next
drinking
one.
drink.
The
that's why
third,
I get a little amped up now.
the third championship was the Suns versus the Bulls,
I
and
drink
their
to that one.
roster was Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, B.J. Armstrong, Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright. So okay, and then Scott Williams, Paxson, Stacey King, Trent Tucker. The Suns had Charles Barkley, Rick, Richard Dumas, Marley, Kevin Johnson, Mark West, Frank Johnson, Oliver Miller, Danny Ainge, and Tom Chambers. Wow, Tom Chambers was on that squad? Wow, okay. All right. Then we got the Heat versus the Thunder. And that squad,
Hmm.
the Heat had LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Shane Battier, Mario Chalmers, Udonis Haslem, Chris Bosh, Mike Miller, Joel Anthony, Norris Cole, Terrell Harris, Jawan Howard, James Jones, Ronnie Turioff. Wow, Ronnie Turioff.
Damn, I
Let me
see him.
let me share it. Yeah, let me share it. So that was the team. That was the LeBron team, and then the
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma City Thunder had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Thaba, Serge Ibaka, Kendrick Perkins, Derek Fisher, James Harden, Nick Collison, Daquan Cook, Cole Aldridge, Lazar Haywood, Royal Ivory, and Nazir Mohammed. So, with that being said, who had the better team and who faced stiffer competition?
Wait, did you show LeBron's competition?
Yeah,
Yeah, you see that?
I just named it. Yeah, that was the Thunder.
Okay,
It was
Kevin
the
Durant,
Okay,
baby
the
thunder,
Thunder.
The
thunder,
I
Russell
believe
Westbrook, Thabo Cephalosha, all of those guys.
the baby thunder.
I, be, I believe in that series, I believe Miami had it. I believe Miami had the better team. I
Okay.
feel like the OKC was they kind of young by that time. Yeah, James Harden was great off the bench, but he was still young. Um, I believe Jordan faced tougher competition. Even though LeBron was not the favorite, I believe Jordan did face the tougher competition. Charles Barkley and them boys, they were nice. Like
Okay.
they just ran into Jordan.
Hold on. The Heat were underdogs for that series.
They said LeBron was never a favorite in his finals.
You sure about that?
I'm saying
I don't know.
that's what
Look it up.
that's what they keep bragging about.
Okay. Um.
Let me look that
Yeah,
up.
obviously, because they're okay. Obviously, yeah. Now it's the second year of those three Hall of Famers that they had the better team, and
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, they playing. They're those were kids. They were talented, but they were kids. They didn't even belong on the same stage
Just
as the Heat.
before you go on, yep, Oklahoma City Thunder. Let me show it. Let me put it up on the screen just so you guys can see it. So yeah, right there it says Oklahoma City Thunder are the favorite to win the NBA Finals with odds 10-17
Okay.
with their opponents, the Miami Heat, have a 2 to 3 odd according to Bravado. Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, go on. You
That's
were
a lot
saying
of
they didn't
respect.
have it. Yeah, you were saying they shouldn't be on the court. You know.
Yeah, they don't like if they were just talented, but you need that like you're going against veterans, and then these were like little kids, and I'm like their veteran was Perkins, like, but yeah, they didn't belong on the same age. Yeah, that was I guess that to me that was like they dominated, and that's exactly what they did. They won 4-1. Yeah, that was theirs. I had nothing really to add to that. You're going Jordan going against MVP that year, Barkley, Kevin Johnson. Like I used to like some of their players. Dumas was good.
Mm.
Was Sabalas on there? Did you say Sabalas as well?
No, Sabalis
Sabalas
wasn't.
wasn't on that squad.
No,
Oh, yeah, I used to like him too. I used to like his. I used to like his.
Danny Ainge was on there. Danny Ainge
Okay,
was on there.
they had a formidable. I think that was a tough squad. think they won like they
Yeah,
alternated. I think the
the
first
Suns
two,
won. The Suns won the first game. The Suns won the first game.
the first
Yeah,
game, they didn't win the both. They didn't
yeah,
win two.
yeah. I don't believe so. Yeah, I think
Okay,
the
okay,
Suns
okay,
won.
okay. Some probably won the first. Yeah, okay. But yeah, that was the hardest competition. So yeah, we
Yeah.
can move on. Yeah, I think we agree on that.
Okay, so now the following championship season was the 96 Bulls versus the Supersonics, and that team had Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, Detlef Schrempf, Hersey Sam Perkins, Nate McMillan, David Wingate, Vincent Askew, Irvin Johnson, Frank Brickowski, Steve Scheffler, Eric Snow. And the Bulls had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, Luke Longley, Dennis Rodman, Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, Randy Brown, Bill Wellington, Judd Buchler, John Sally. Wow, Judd Buchler. I always crack jokes about Judd Buchler. And then you had the Heat versus the Spurs. And that was LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, Mario Chalmers, Shane Battier, Mike Miller, Chris Anderson, Norris Cole, Udonis Haslem, James Jones, Rashard Lewis, Joel Anthony. Then the Spurs had Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, Manu Ginobili, Gary Neal, Tiago Splitter. I'll hear Stephen A. Tiago Splitter.
Yeah.
Boreal, Jawan Blair, Matt Bonner. Yo, Jawan Blair was nice, yo.
Yeah,
Wasn't that the dude that
them
lost
knees,
like the knees?
the
Yeah,
knees.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Matt Bonner, Corey Joseph, Patty Mills, Nando Del Colo, and Tracy McGrady. Wow,
damn,
McGrady. Yeah, he was on the team. Yeah, wow. He
he
was
didn't
washed up
win.
then, but yeah,
He didn't win too. I think he was a bad
yeah,
luck. You know
yeah,
what? I forgot
yeah,
who it was. I think Steven Jackson said, "Yo, I forgot who they cut him. They cut him for somebody." He's just Steven
yeah,
Jackson said, if
yeah,
he was on that team, they would have won. Go ahead. So
yeah.
yeah, you go
All
first.
right. So, who had the better team and who faced stiffer competition?
You go first.
I believe. Let's see. The Bull. I'm sorry. The Bulls had the better team to me. Not only did they have the better team, I feel like they went against the easier competition.
Okay. Freezy.
Okay, the reason. All right, I'm just
Hold on.
coming
You
back.
felt you said you felt the Cavs went against the better
No,
competition?
no, no, no. He
Not the
Yeah,
Cavs, the Heat. The Heat.
I believe the Heat. The Heat
Okay.
faced tougher competition.
Okay.
okay, but you just said we go by logic. You said that okay, this is year 3 with Heat. The first year with Rodman. So I'm saying by your logic, you should be saying okay, Heat is a better team. By your logic,
No,
I'm bringing that. I just want to know like what's up
you're
with that?
saying they add. You're saying they added Rodman.
No,
They
no, no,
added
not that
LeBron.
Rodman. But go ahead. But you
That's what you're saying. They
okay?
added LeBron
Go ahead.
and they added in how they call him Bosh. They added two integral people. Like yeah, Rodman was integral, but the number one and number maybe 3 player they added.
But that's 3
Same
seasons of
year.
chemistry. That's 3 seasons of
Yeah,
chemistry.
that matters.
Coming
That matters.
off a title. So how are they the better?
That
How are
matters.
they a better team than the team that was just assembled for that season? That's what I'm trying. I'm going by your logic.
Then
Let
what
me ask
team?
you. Let me ask you. Was Ron Harper new to the team too, or no?
Ron Harper, I think he was. I think he came maybe the year before. He was like, remember Jordan just
It
the year
wasn't last
before.
year.
Jordan came for that abbreviated season. Remember? Then they had
Mm-hmm.
they got limited by the Magic, and they came back in '96, and they added Rodman and this and that. So where's the chemistry
BJ
there?
Armstrong.
Yeah. Where? So no, BJ Armstrong was on the
BJ
team.
Armstrong wasn't on
BJ
there. No.
I don't think he was on the
No,
team. Now he was on the team. No, this is '96 now.
wait, when Jordan left?
He came back. So that abbreviated season, he came back. Abbreviated
Yeah.
season, they got limited by the
Yeah.
Magic. So then they started a whole new run next year. So Jordan was still trying to get back to himself. So how are they a better team versus a team that just came off a championship and then been together for 3 years, and you still have the 3 Hall of Famers? I'm going by your logic. I'm just saying that's what I'm debating. Your logic.
Yes, that is my logic. I just don't believe those players was as nice. These are like, for instance, this is that the year where
Whoa,
B.J. Armstrong
whoa.
replaced John Paxson.
No, BJ
No,
Armstrong
BJ
was out of the
Armstrong
game.
on the team. He's not on the team.
So the
Yeah.
year,
The
okay, I
team,
thought the
the
year,
team, the team that the
That's
Bulls
Kerr. We
had,
got
yeah,
Kerr.
it's Kerr. It's Steve Kerr. Yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
Steve Kerr.
okay,
Your logic.
Yeah, it was Steve Kerr. This was the
that
Bulls.
matters.
Still
But Phil
is my
Jackson's still there. Michael Jordan's still there.
See, come on,
Pippen
see,
is still there.
he moonwalking.
That
Moonwalk.
that's not moonwalking. That's not moonwalking.
Dude,
They're still
but,
there.
but by
You
your
added.
logic. Go
That
ahead.
is by my logic. I was talking about experience. You have Phil Jackson, who's won 2 championships, right? By that time, he won 2. You have Michael Jordan and Pippen that won and been to 2 championships. That
Mhm.
doesn't matter. Yeah, you can add pieces for me, but I already been there. I already done that. So yeah,
So,
that matters. Experience does
if
matter. They had
they've been
experience.
there one, and this is the third season. That's what I'm trying to make sense for me, because this is
Yes,
the
they.
defending champion. This is the defending champion right here. The Heat
Uh-huh.
got a team where a guy just came back from baseball, played an abbreviated season, came back. They
Wait, this is
added
the year after. This is the year after he came back from baseball.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah. Because
yeah.
remember, he came back '95. He played a season, and then he
I think he came back
got
for
bumped
like
by
I think he came back for like the last 20 games or
like
less or something
like
like that.
17 games, something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, and then now, then
Okay, they lost in the
they got
playoffs.
eliminated. Yeah, and
Okay.
then now they started a new thing. They added Rodman, and they added like some other players. Saying you're
Then,
comparing
then,
that.
then my bad. Then no, then my bad. Then
Okay,
the
I just want to know. Okay,
yeah,
I just
my
wanted to
bad.
check that.
That's why when I kept saying B.J. Armstrong, I didn't even pay attention to that's the year he came back from that. I thought it was the year he came back from. We'll get to it and I'll
yeah,
talk about it.
yeah.
Okay, this one
But
to
no,
check. That's what I mentioned.
the
We said
Heat, yeah, the Heat would have beaten them Bulls. That's what we're agreeing on. The Heat, if they
what?
went
Why
up
you
against the
gotta change
Bulls,
this?
no, I'm saying that's what
They
would have
were
happened, but
good.
you're saying they're
No,
better. But you're saying
no.
they're better. So I'm
I
saying
didn't
they would
the
have
Heat.
beaten them.
Oh no. But but we're talking about team because
Yeah, the
the fact
team
that we're talking
who
about
faced
team.
stiffer competition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
who
Yeah,
fact
faced
that this is a
uh-huh.
team that been together for years and they just champions. They were champions. So on the third season into the final, are we gonna say they automatically the so basically you're trying to say because Jordan came back, the Bulls are better than the Heat that had LeBron.
No.
Oh,
Him coming back,
okay, no.
no.
We
Him
good,
coming back, no.
we good.
I got what he
We
just went
good.
with
We
there.
good. All right, I get it. Because Jordan came back. All right, we good. All right. That just made my point. All right,
Nah,
that's cool.
negative. If that's when he
Talking
came
about
back
faith.
from baseball, negative.
But that's how we my
But what
case.
we're saying, no. But what we're saying is LeBron's team would have beaten his team. That's what we are clearly saying. Because you're saying
No,
they're the
we're not
better team.
saying that.
Yes, we're saying
I
team.
said
You're saying they're the better team, right?
because they just
Who
came.
was the
They've
better
been together
team?
for 3 years.
Who
Because
was the better
from what you
team?
were saying,
So,
huh?
so
Who's the
I
better
get I
team?
get what June is saying.
I'm going by
June
your.
is
I
saying,
was going by your logic.
No.
I was
Go
going
by
to
your
say
logic. Go by your logic. Who's the better
my
team?
logic. If Jordan's there and he's got a full seat, a full camp, that's the better team.
So they were the better team. They were the better team out
Give
of
Jordan a
all
full
14.
training camp. Give Jordan a full training
So
camp. Scottie Pippen and this. Why? Who am I to say no? Who am I to say that's not the better team? I'm just
I don't
saying.
believe they. I don't believe they're the better team. Once you told me he came off from playing baseball, nah. They went against Orlando, lost. Yeah, I don't think they're the better team. Nah, I
Okay,
don't think
then
they're
that's
the
what I'm
better
saying.
team.
Okay, but you just okay.
But you're saying they are the better team. You're saying they are
No,
the better team.
you were saying they were, and I was like, okay, if you wanna, because I'm already
You
saying
just
that
said they are. You just
no,
said
he
because
they are
you're
right
saying
now.
let them.
here's what he was saying, June. He was
Okay,
basically he was trying to point that you're saying, like, you were saying the Bulls were the better team than LeBron and the Heat because the fact that Jordan came back. So basically what he's trying to say is you're making the argument that Jordan is better for him because
Yes, but that's not.
because he's saying you initially picked the Bulls because Jordan was there with the chemistry and everything like that. So that's what Freezy was trying to say. So he wasn't saying that the Bulls were the better team. He was using your words against
Yeah,
you
but
pretty
Freezy
much.
is still stuck on that. Like that error
Oh,
he made when we first started. I'm
This
not
is a
still gonna be
debate.
stuck on that.
This is a debate.
No, but I'm not
You
gonna stay
my
stuck.
case.
But I'm not gonna get stuck on what the error you made in the beginning. Like that's
I'm
what you're
listening.
doing. When you said he just came back from baseball, I was like, oh, they're not the better team. But you're still stuck on that. They're not the better team. You're saying
But you
they are.
said
I
it
think they would
initially.
lose.
You
Yes, I
think there was
did. Just like you said, Zone was just brought into the league in 2000 or whatever you were saying. That I'm not gonna hold you to that because you did make that mistake, and that was a mistake I made. But I do
know,
believe
and
the
I,
Heat was better.
okay. Okay, no,
I do
okay,
believe the Heat is
no.
better now.
But initially when you said that the Bulls are better, I said, okay, I'll let you go with that because I'm saying that Heat are better because of the chemistry. And I said, oh, you know what? Never mind. I'll agree with you just so I can like, okay, so you're helping my case on the fact that Jordan. You see what I'm saying?
But
I'm basically
who's better
trying to.
though?
I'm basically tricking
Which
you.
team is
but
better?
go, but
No,
yeah,
I'm
but
basically trying
Which
to
team is
trick you.
better?
I'm basically tricking you
But
because
which
of
team is
what you do.
better?
I said the Heat
Let's not
because
use trickery. Let's just be
no,
honest. You
because
said the Heat.
I said that because they've been together 3 years in a row. They're defending champions. That's why I said the Heat. Even though
Then they were
the
all
Bulls, I
right.
think the Bulls are, but the Bulls had the better record. Remember, after they went for that record that year, right? '96.
no, it was
Yeah.
their last year. It was the last
No,
year
it
they
wasn't
went
the
for the
last
record.
year. It wasn't the last year.
It wasn't. Oh
It was
yeah,
the
you're right.
'96
It was.
Bulls.
It was not. You're right.
They
You're
did.
right.
They
You're right.
did. So no, we're not gonna say they're gonna beat them. But I'm just going by your logic. I'm using your logic to say,
No,
okay,
but don't answer your question so you could be like, no, I only said they. No, who do you think is better? You, not my logic. Your logic. Who's the
I
better?
I
Who has
pick
the better
I
team?
pick I pick. Even though because now you put it out there, that's what I said. I went with the Heat first off because I felt like okay, you know what, they've been together. But now if you think about it, that '96 Bulls team was a team that won the '72.
Yeah.
So I mind. I think about it, I changed my mind. They were the better
So,
team.
all right, you think that team would have beaten the Heat, even though Jordan just
Hell yeah.
came back from baseball?
Hell yeah. Because Jordan was playing Jordan was playing at his you know what? I think Jordan turned like 30. Those last 3 years were off the chart. I think you go back from 92 and on, his numbers were off the chart. If you take away the 95 season, his numbers were off the charts. And yeah, and you talking about Rodman? Rodman would have made hell, gave LeBron hell. Rodman would have gave LeBron.
I
Even
don't.
Scottie
I don't
Pippen would have
think
gave
so.
LeBron hell. Because you know why? If a 5'9" guard could give LeBron hell, I'm pretty sure Scottie Pippen, one of the greatest defensive players of all time, can give LeBron hell.
5'9" gave him hell. You're
Five
incorrect.
nine, JJ Barrera,
You're
JJ
incorrect.
Barrera, guarding LeBron in the
You're
finals.
incorrect.
Guarding LeBron in the finals, a
You're
5'9" guard guarding LeBron in the finals and made him embarrass
you're
LeBron.
incorrect.
I will say. I will
Correct.
say this.
You're correct.
I will say this. I will say this. If we gotta go by record, the let me see.
96
The
Bulls.
where's the yeah of course the '96 Bulls were the 10 and the
7
'96
10.
Bulls were 72 and 10, and the Miami Heat were outstanding 66 and 16. That's a damn good record. That's a damn good record.
Not bad.
66 and
Not bad
16.
for a
Yeah,
weak
that's
East.
a damn good record. Yeah,
Not bad for a
and
weak East.
and
I, I mean,
Oklahoma was
I think the
six.
East was
Oklahoma
always
was
weak.
60 and 22, while the Seattle Sonics were 64 and 18. So they stiff
No,
competition.
but that's Jordan. But you're talking. That's two different. You're supposed to be looking at the Spurs that year. We're on the Spurs now. You said OKC.
Oh no! This was no. That was the no. We're on the OKC finals.
no,
We're on the
No,
OKC. The Spurs
no.
was
We on the
last year.
no. We on the
we're on the
Spurs because we on
Spurs.
the third. We on the Spurs
Yeah, with Thiago
because that's why I
Splitter.
kept saying the third.
Thiago Splitter.
Yeah. We just took.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we on the
yeah. You're
Spurs.
right. Yeah, you're right.
So
It was the
what was
next
both
month.
teams that year? What was both teams right that year? I think Miami took a dip. I think they get the number one seed that year.
Wait.
I think the
2000,
Hawks,
no. No, no.
not the
The 2013 and 2012, 2013 NBA Finals was the 2000, that was the against the
Spurs.
OKC. And then no, it was OKC. Then through 2014 was the Spurs. That
No,
was the rematch.
2001 was Mavs. 2011 was the Mavs. 2012 was the Thunder. 2013 and 14 was the Spurs. They played the Spurs back to back. And you just ran down the list. Remember, you just ran down Thiago Splitter. We
No,
moved on. We agreed because we agreed on OKC.
oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're
So
right. Sorry. I
So
see I got
what
too many.
record?
I got too
See, we
many
make
tabs open.
mistakes.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
That's it.
Mm,
So what was their record?
hold up. No.
Ray Allen
The
shot.
Heat.
Ray Allen shot. That was
Listen,
2013.
listen. The Heat lost to
OKC.
the
Let
Heat
me know. The
the Heat
Mavs. The
no,
Mavs.
the Heat lost to the Mavs.
The
Then they
Mavs.
beat OKC. That was their first ring,
Yeah,
right?
2012. 2012. 2013, they beat they won the Spurs. That was the Ray Allen shot.
Yeah, but that was no, that was 2014. We was on
No,
2013.
14 is when LeBron got carried off because he had leg cramps. Remember that?
Yeah, that was 2014, and then they played them
14,
again.
and they lost.
Oh
That.
yes, you're right. Sorry, you're right. You're right. See, I didn't have that stat open. I didn't have that.
Yeah, I
Dang,
remember when
that
LeBron
kind of
after he
scared
had
me. They lost.
cramps,
Yeah,
or he
yeah.
had to get
You're right.
carried
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Like Paul
You're right.
Pierce.
You're right. Okay, I was off. I was off on that one. Okay, so then that's when it came to LeBron James playing. That was when he lost to lost the Heat to the finals to the Heat. I mean to the Spurs. So
That was
that
14. That was 14. But we're 13.
yeah. So
You're on 13. I actually like, what was it? You're looking up the record. Look up their record for the span and the Heat. What they finished with.
Excuse me, sorry.
because because right now we're on
the
this
Spurs
is
finished 58 and 24. Yeah, they
and what
finished
did
58 and 24.
about the Heat?
The Heat. Let me see. The Heat record was 66 and 16. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. 66 and 16. So yeah. The the Spurs. So okay, so between those two, you believe that the Bulls face stiffer competition with the Supersonics.
That's crazy.
If
Yeah.
that was a team, if you want to go by record, you're talking about 66 wins. They tell you what is that? Well, that tells me two things. The East wasn't shit, and they were the better team. They played better than well, I won't say that they played better than them because the West was tough. I think the
The Spurs
Sonics,
was favored too.
the Spurs are favorite.
Yeah.
See, that's odds too, but you know what? That I thought I was disrespectful to the Heat to make the
It
Spurs
was
a
yeah.
favorite because
That I can
you're champion, you're defending champions, and and you got
But they
but
keeping it real. They were keeping it real and they
no,
lost.
they're keeping it real on the money. Hold on, no. Yeah, the Spurs lost.
Yeah, the Spurs
No,
lost.
that year
The
the
Spurs
Spurs
lost.
lost that year?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Spurs lost. That was the Ray
that was
Allen
the Ray
3.
Allen shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
even though they look like
Yeah, but
they did play like the better
it
team.
took that shot though. It took that shot to win the game.
Remember this. I'm gonna need it for my argument.
Yeah,
Remember what you just
it took
said.
that shot. Oh no, I
Yeah,
don't mind. We
remember.
could
No,
use that.
I'm gonna use that for later. But go ahead, let's go.
All right.
So I think because it was that close, I would give it like it's a tie. It's a push for me. what tips the scale is the fact that it took that shot. It took that
Okay.
Ray Allen shot.
Okay. All right. So now we're going into the next one, which was the first Bulls versus the Jazz finals,
Mm-hmm.
1997. And this is the same thing pretty much for both the 2 years for the Bulls versus the Jazz because the teams were basically remotely the same.
Uh-huh.
So Karl
Also,
Malone for
too.
the Jazz. What was you gonna say?
No, no, no,
Also, too.
no. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I was off.
Okay. So Karl Malone, Brian Russell, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, Greg Ostertag, Antoine Carr, Shandon Anderson, Greg Foster, Howard Isley, Chris Morris, Stephen Howard, and Adam Keefe. And of course, for the Bulls, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, Ron Harper, Luke Longley, Tony Kukoc, Bison Dele, Judd Buchler, Randy Brown, Steve Kerr, Jason Caffey, Robert Parrish. So that was that. That was that team. And then for I gotta put it on the screen so that you guys can see it. And then for the Heat versus the Spurs, which is the one that so yeah, the Heat the Spurs, that roster was Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Patty Mills, Danny Green, Boris Diaw, Tiago Splitter, Marco Bellinelli, Aaron Baines, Jeff Avery, Matt Bonner, Corey Joseph, and for the Heat, Ron James, Dewan Wade, Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis, Mario Chalmers, Norris Cole, Chris Anderson, James Jones, Michael Beasley, Tony Douglas, Udonis Haslem, Shane Battier, Greg Oden. So that year,
Oh,
yes, yeah. So who had the better team and who faced different competition? So you had the Bulls versus the Jazz and the Heat versus the Spurs. Who goes first?
I mean,
Freezy,
to me, it's
Freezy,
it's
you go
kind of
first. Let Freezy go first because you went first the last two times.
oh, when you names, even though like it's like that, to me it always feel like Jordan tips the scale. He had more talent, and they went against, and I say they went against the stiffer competition. He had more
Okay.
talent. Like we even though Scottie Pippen is a top 75, Dwayne Wade was a better player, like all around player than him. Like I mean, it's not a healthy Dwayne Wade because to me
and
I
he
saw
wasn't
Michael
healthy.
Jordan in some weight. Huh?
Okay.
You said he ain't healthy? Did he play all games? If
He
you on the court, you healthy. I'm talking the time
nah,
when he missed.
no,
If you
no, no.
on the
You're
court,
not
you
injured.
healthy.
You're not injured, but that doesn't mean you're healthy.
Then nobody's healthy. Then nobody's healthy. Everybody got
No,
nicks and
but D
knacks.
Wade
Oh,
wasn't.
hold
D
on.
Wade wasn't.
Let let
Nicks.
let 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 Freezy and then y'all can go have a back
Yeah,
and forth banter after y'all.
no, I'm
Yeah.
saying yeah,
So let
because
Freezy
like,
say his.
because to me, like, if you're gonna no one's really held. Everybody got nicks and knacks. Injured, that means you're not. But if you're on a court, I mean, you're not injured. You know nobody's 100% health. Nobody's really 100% healthy by the time you get to the finals. Anyway, everybody got their little knacks and bruises. That's what I'm
So
trying to
you
say.
got
But I mean overall his career, like Dwayne Wade was always like
Yeah,
injured a lot. So that's what I'm saying. Comparing him to Scottie Pippen, he was the better player, by far the better player than Dwayne.
so you
Than Scottie Pippen.
by
so
far.
you so you
Yeah,
so
Oh,
by
sorry,
far.
yeah.
sorry, Walls.
So you got the Heat as the better team and they face stiffer competition.
Yeah, and when I said
Okay.
by far, my man led his team to a championship. Like, dude, okay. Dwayne Wade led the team to a championship. Scottie Pippen hasn't done that,
Okay.
But he
and
he
that's my
did
favorite
lead his
player.
team. He
That's
did
my
lead his
favorite player.
team.
Hold on.
He did lead his.
June. Now you get to take the floor and say what
Go
you
ahead.
got to
Now
say.
go
But
ahead.
so if
Go
you
ahead.
want, if
Freezy.
you want to counter Freezy, go ahead.
Go
But
ahead. Go ahead.
Yes.
make sure you give your pick in too.
Go ahead.
Okay. I could agree with Freezy. I could agree. Because it's a toss up for me whether it's the Bulls because they had you. I think you said Ron Harper. You named everybody you named. I'm like, dang, the Bulls had a squad. Dennis Rodman. So I feel like yeah, they had the squad, but the Heat. I'll give it to the Heat, and I think the Heat faced the stiffer competition. But what Freezy just said, I don't know. I'll just say, yeah, they had the. I'll agree with Freezy. I'll agree with you.
Yeah,
I'm not even
because I
gonna
said,
disagree
dude,
with you.
Scottie Pippen is my favorite player of all time. I like them more than Jordan and everything like that. Because I was like growing up, I was big on defense. I love playing defense. I'm like, look, I'll shut you down. I've won championships on my defense, and I always like
Oh,
my guy was Scottie Pippen.
I know because when we played ball, this guy would always lick his chops when I'm dribbling the ball up the court and freaking pick my pocket all day long. But go,
Yeah, dribble. I'm like, yeah, you.
yeah, but go
Oh,
on.
no,
But yeah,
that was it for me. But I do believe
Okay.
Pippen. I do believe Pippen is a lot nicer than you giving him credit for.
no, no,
I
dude, I
think
think
Pippen.
Pippen's underrated. I think Pippen's under. I'm talking about compared
But you said D
to
Wade
Dwayne.
is Wade. You said D
Yeah, but
Wade.
no,
Yeah.
D
but say,
Wade
but
had
that's
he had Shaquille O'Neal though, and you gave. I know
that
Shaq
was
was old. I'm gonna say he was old, but
yeah, that was
Shaq was still he was still there. And who did Pippen have when he took that year Jordan retired? Pippen was by himself,
Pippen was
not
leading
by
the
See,
team.
himself, but
No, no, he had
here's
a
the thing. Since this is
and
not
he
a
went
since,
far.
since that conversation is not about Jordan versus LeBron,
you can chime in.
Wade is to me is a way better player than Pippen because although Pippen almost took the um
The Bulls
Bulls to the
to the final.
championship that year,
Yeah,
Wade literally carried the Heat to win that championship because Shaq was still a presence, but he was a shell of himself. Where D Wade dominated that series.
dude, I
Like
thought I was
Pippen,
watching Jordan.
Pippen. I never saw like I saw Pippen like lead the team, but the thing is you got to lead them to a championship. Wade literally carried that team to the championship and won it. And here's the thing too, I will say at that point Wade was still young and upcoming. Pippen was in his prime and still didn't carry. You give him like still didn't
True,
bring them to the
true.
championship, so to speak. So
Yeah, but
that's what I'll
Pippen.
say. Go on.
I think
Yeah,
that was like Wade's third
And,
season.
and, and remember too, at that point, and at that point, we can't like coaching. The coaching was phenomenal because they had your man for the Bulls still there.
Phil
yeah.
Jackson.
Um, Jackson, Phil Jackson. So he
Who
had,
didn't give Pippen who didn't make Pippen the head? He didn't allow him to be the head. That's why Pippen was mad when he let Tony Kukoc take that shot. If it was Jordan, Jordan determined if he's taking that last shot. If it's Wade on that team, Wade is taking the last shot. But
but
he
you're
didn't
ma-
give Pippen that last
but
shot.
you're making a point that they didn't feel like they didn't have the confidence in Pippen for him to take the last shot. Wade, they have full confidence in him taking the last shot because Wade is a bet like Pippen is
No,
a good
coaching didn't get in his way.
Pippen is a good all around player, but Wade is also a very good all around player, but an even better offensive player than Pippen
His
ever was.
ceiling was definitely higher than Pippen.
That
That's
year,
where I'll
Pippen
say.
came runner up for MVP though. That year,
He
he
was
was
no,
runner up for
he was
MVP.
actually third. He actually third. It wasn't running. He was actually third. I remember that.
Where was D Wade? Where was D Wade? Yeah, he won the championship. I agree. Like that, he gets mad accolades.
All
But
you got
where
to say
was
is
he
Finals
as far as
MVP. All you got to say is if you say
granted?
final, Pippen, that's it. Even if you ain't with the MVP, if you get Finals MVP, that puts you in another stratosphere. I'm talking about overall,
Yeah.
like Pippen. That's my dog. But I'm just saying, I gotta keep it real. Wade, dude, I thought when I saw Wade, I thought he was possessed. I thought I was watching Jordan that year. That year we was going against the
Oh
Mavs.
06,
Yeah, I'm like, the hell,
he was there.
this guy's
Amazing.
a beast. Like this little dude, it's like, yo, this guy remind me of Jordan. I'm looking at, and I was rooting against him. I didn't want him to win because I think they beat my Nets that earlier this season.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like this guy's too good. And that was
That's
his
not who
third
LeBron played
season.
with though.
No,
That's
no,
not
no.
who LeBron played with though.
I know,
Yeah.
okay, but he
He
got
won sec.
flashes. That's his name too, pun intended. You got
Yeah.
flashes.
Yeah. All right. I know there's a good debate on that, but let's try and get back to topic with the
Yes, sir.
subject matter at hand. But both of you agree that the Heat were the better. No, you said June. You said that the Bulls were the better team, right?
No, he
But the
said
Heat
we agree.
faced. Oh,
We
y'all
agree.
both agree. Y'all
Yeah,
both agree with the same.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bet. So the next following year was pretty much the same thing with the Heat I mean the Bulls versus the Utah, which I'll pull this up. Um, so yeah, it was pretty much the roster. We already know Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Tony Kukoc, Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, yeah, Scott Burrell. I mean, they had some different auxiliary parts like Scott Burrell, Bill Wemington, Dickie Simpkins, but pretty much the core is the same. And the same thing with the Jazz, where they had their core: Karl Malone, Jeff Hornacek, Brian Russell. Um, Greg Ostertag didn't play, so they had Antoine Carr, no, Greg was on the team. Jeff Foster, Jack Vaughn, Antoine Carr. So they pretty much both had the same roster for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And they,
They ran
they
it
went,
back.
yeah, they ran it back. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Golden State Warriors. We already know that. I could remember that like that was yesterday. So that
Yeah.
was the LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, Kevin Love, Richard Jefferson, Iman Shumpert, Matthew Dellavedova, Mo Williams, Dante Jones, Timothy Mozgov, Jordan McRae, Channing Frye, James Jones. And of course, we know Golden State: Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Harrison Barnes, Andrea Iguodala, Sean Livingston, Leandro Barbosa, Andrew Biggett, Fetus Azili, Maurice Spates, Ian Clark, Anderson Varejao, James Michael McAdoo, and Brandon Rush. So we all could remember that series like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So um who do we believe faced a stiffer competition and who had the better team?
Freezy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bulls
go
had the
ahead.
better team, obviously. Stiffer competition, the Jazz. Why? That Golden State team was still fresh, and it wasn't what everybody assume is right now. And the main reason I can tell you that, who won who Andre Iguodala. It wasn't Steph Curry. That the Steph Curry that
No,
MVP.
was that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you're
he
right.
won the
You're right.
MVP
Yeah,
of the
you're right.
finals. So we're not gonna go like, oh, this was the Chef Curry. This was what's his name?
Andre Iguodala.
No. Wardell. This was
Wardell.
Wardell.
Oh,
This wasn't Chef.
oh,
Yeah, this is Wardell. Yeah, because like another to do, like, yeah, that's pretty much shit.
okay,
That team wasn't ready yet.
okay. And what about you,
He
June?
wilding. He wilding. That's what about me. You're wilding.
That team
You
wasn't ready
know you
yet.
wilding.
That team,
When Mark, when
go
Mark
ahead,
Jackson was coaching them, they wasn't nice. No. Yo, when Mark Jackson was coaching them, they weren't nice. They were nice when he was coaching them. Steve Kerr came through, and then he had a team. I think they won 67 games that year, I believe, something around that. So no, they were better than the Jazz. Come on, we can't disrespect. They were better than the Jazz.
That team?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Hold on.
Steph Curry's not a good playoff player.
If Kyrie wasn't injured, and he almost won with Dellavedova. What?
Well,
Was out
yeah,
too.
well. Here's the thing. This was the first. This was the first Warriors. This was the first Warriors versus championship where the Golden State was 73-9.
Oh, that was a 73?
No.
That was a
That's
67.
not it.
No,
that
was
the one after. This one right here. This was the makeshift whatever got there. They got all the breaks. They weren't that good yet. They weren't. This is not the one that LeBron came back and beat. LeBron came back and beat them the next year. This is the one that
What year
LeBron
was
lost.
that?
2016, LeBron won. 2015, that was done. That was they didn't win that one. The Warriors won 2015.
They won 67 games that year, and you're just saying they're just a regular
67?
team. 67.
67?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They won
Yeah, that was
67 that year?
They were smacking people.
Yeah, 67 and 15. Yeah, they were 67
And
15.
well, in the playoffs they didn't look great. I remember that year. All the elite point guards in the West went down. And then they got there, and then and Kyrie ended up going down after game one that they won, that the Cavs won.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man, that team wasn't ready yet. They were good, but they wasn't ready yet. They wasn't like the Jazz who ran and beat all them teams just to get back and face the Bulls again. Nah, bruh.
But
They
but
didn't
they
have
won the championship.
that. That hold on. That hold on. Who was the stiffer competition? I said the Bulls. The Bulls were the stiffer
No,
competition, and the Jazz were the. The Bulls were the better team
The Jazz
playing
were
played
the
against a
stiffer
better,
competition.
and the Jazz were the stiffer competition.
negative.
So
I heard what
that
you said.
that team right there wasn't all that season. It wasn't all that because there was no Kyrie. Kevin Love got injured in the Boston game. I remember it was Kelly Olynyk
Yeah,
injured
yeah,
Kevin
yeah.
Love, so he never made it there. LeBron would have won that one easily. He would have won that
Well,
one
that's hypothetical.
easily
That
with Kyrie
yes,
and
that's
what's his
hype.
name?
But they still won 67 games. I know you're because y'all say the West was good and the East sucked, but they won 67 games in the West. So they're not just, oh, we just got lucky we were beating injured teams. They won 67 teams.
Let me
I mean
ask you. Let me
67
let me let
games.
me
Okay,
ask you
then how
this,
you didn't pick
June.
the
Let me ask
Sonics?
June.
How come you didn't pick
June.
the
June.
Sonics from '96? You didn't pick them.
Uh,
You
They
didn't.
won 67 games.
it was
They
60,
won like
or
66, something like that.
60,
And you didn't
64 to
pick
60
them
or
over
sixty.
Spurs. Come
In
on, bro.
what year?
Got
Over
you
the Spurs,
again.
but the Spurs have 3
'96.
Hall of Famers, so that's going to trump.
But
Three
we're
Hall of
going back.
Famers may trump
There
it.
was no Hall of Famers that year for the Warriors. We didn't even know who they were yet. So come on, come on, man. Like,
But what does that
come
have?
on
What does
now.
that matter if we don't
Basically,
know
what
they
he's
were
saying,
Hall of
That's
basically,
Famers?
because
this is
LeBron.
no. Basically, what he's saying is, at that given time, we weren't looking at the players on the Spurs as Hall of Famers. We were just looking at is they're going to play against
No. The
that
Warriors.
team, so to
No, the
speak. Oh,
Warriors. No, I
no,
meant the
no, no,
Warriors.
no, no. What I'm saying is,
Go ahead.
okay, go ahead. Sorry,
Yeah, no. I
sorry.
meant like
Go
we
ahead.
wasn't
Carry
looking
on.
at the Warriors because Draymond is not who he is today. Steph Curry just getting. He didn't even win an MVP yet. Thompson was just in the middle. So we didn't know that wasn't the team that we were expecting. Whereas like you knew Gary Payton was a Hall of Famer. You knew Sean Kemp was a Hall of Famer. And definitely Shrimp was nothing to sneeze at that year either. So how we and they won 60 something games in the West was not as tough as the East back then. But how are we just gonna dismiss that because of it? Because the Warriors had 67 wins versus I think there wasn't
Because they
huh?
were they were nice before with Mark Jackson. When Steve Kerr
They
came,
missed the
people thought they
playoffs.
should have. Yes, but granted, but we still seen like what? Why aren't they winning? Mark Jackson, what are you doing? Then Steve Kerr came through. They were unstoppable from the beginning of that year, and they were like, "Oh, he just inherited a great team." Mark Jackson did all the work. He just came through and he inherited a great team, which he
And
did.
they were
So
still
they,
forming.
they were playing like Hall of Famers. No matter how we identified them, they were playing like Hall of Famers,
Okay,
smacking
so then
people in
that's
the
better
mouth.
than the Jazz who already had established Hall of Famers and who actually made it back to the finals to face the Bulls, and it was a little tougher this time for the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? It was a
Yo,
little tougher this time, even though they won in six.
a little tougher. Good for them. They were not. They
A little
were
tougher.
not the Warriors. They were not the Warriors, though. Come
They're
on,
not, but
you'd rather play.
but you see in your mind, you're thinking of the Warriors that we everybody come to know and
I'm
love.
thinking about that
That
year.
wasn't the same
No,
Warriors team. They would have got
I
their ass
know.
played if Kyrie would have got
Possibly,
their ass.
I believe so
It
too.
was LeBron Lavadova and J.R. Smith that went to war with them. You put in Kyrie in that series.
I believe
Warriors
so
probably never
too.
take off. Warriors never take.
I don't know about all that.
They probably don't because they lost the next year. Even though the Draymond lost they lost the following year, so they probably would never take off. We don't know that.
Mm.
See, and they probably would never end up with Durant. I don't know what Durant. I don't know. They're not winning nothing. So why would I get? I don't know. We don't know that. I'm just saying. So we can't
Look,
dismiss the Sonics team. Go ahead. I
we
think
agree. We agree to disagree. Like that's the way I
I'm
see it
ready. Yo,
on both of y'all end. Because I see
yeah, I'm
that
ready to get into the nitty
June
and gritty. Go ahead.
June is sticking with the Warriors, and you're saying the
What?
Jazz. So
I'm
and
giving my what's
Yeah,
yeah,
stick with them.
and y'all
I'm not
both
trying to
and
change
you
the mind.
nah, I know, and y'all both agree it was the Bulls team that was the better team. Yes, y'all both agreed on that. Okay,
yeah.
so
So,
that
yeah.
was pretty much the end of Jordan's, championship run and everything like that. Because at that point he retired, and then we know the following season, with LeBron versus the Warriors, the two other seasons, whatever that he played the killer squad of Durant joining the Warriors, and then of course he went to the Lakers and they played the Bulls and won the championship. So we can't. There's nothing to compare against
The
Jordan because
Bulls.
Jordan. Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah.
no,
The
Heat, the
Lakers.
Heat.
I mean the Heat. Sorry, yeah, the
Yeah,
Heat.
when the
Sorry, yeah, it was the
in
Heat.
the
Okay,
bubble. Make
so
sure you mention that too in the
yeah, it
bubble.
was in the bubble. So yeah, so that's that career. So we're gonna transition to the last part of the competition, which is
So I'm ready to eat to him, bro. I'm like, come on, man.
who
We can't-
who do you think? Well, we got a couple more talking.
Okay, go
Who do
ahead.
you think can carry a team better with lesser talent, Jordan or LeBron?
You go first.
Uh, it depends. I believe it depends on once again coaching. Because Jordan, when he had lesser talent, he went nowhere. When he didn't have a great coach, that when Doug Collins was coaching him, he didn't do anything. So there, he didn't do anything. Yeah, he was scoring a lot of points, but he did not do anything. That's why we don't mention him losing in the finals because he was never making it to the finals. So I believe it matters who the coaching is. So I think if they both have great coaching, believe it or not, I would say I think Michael Jordan, if you're starting it, I think Michael Jordan would carry a team better. That's my opinion.
It's funny. I thought the opposite because I thought I could like with lesser talent because to me LeBron is more like versatile. Like you know, what I'm saying like I don't know. Well, then again, if you look at it too, you break it down because Jordan will push his players. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. But I had to think about it. Okay, Jordan will push his players. LeBron, I think once he started when he went to the Heat, he forgot about he forgot about just like how important role players are. He makes you focus on getting as much talent and then worry about the guys on the end of the bench. I don't know. This one it's a little tough. I didn't really think about that one because of that question, but
Mhm.
um because Jordan was doing good with lesser talent because he was getting destroyed by the Pistons, the Celtics, even like the squad were tough and the Hawks and the Pacers, but he was still getting to the playoffs. But I don't want to slight.
Playoffs. Playoffs?
Oh well, that's the only time LeBron made it to with lesser talent once in that 2007 with less talent. After that, it was always like a super team. So
But the
that year
finals.
too, and that
But the
year too,
finals.
huh?
The
Yeah,
finals.
and
The
that
finals.
yeah, we can talk about who was in the East too. We can talk about the teams in the East. It wasn't like you know what I'm saying. The Nets made it 2 years in a row. It was tough competition. The Nets were good, but it wasn't like it was like okay, who's gonna stop them? They owned the Celtics during that
I
run.
think I think the only other team that was still like good that like had their core players at that time was the
Pistons, but they're
Pacers.
logging it
The
too.
Pacers. The Pacers too.
Pacers,
Because they still
Pacers.
had the Reggie Miller, the Davis boys, I believe. So they were still the Pacers were still in there.
Nah, not 2000. Nah, they
When
They would have they would have been old.
when Nets went to the championship,
Oh, the
Pacers
net.
was still yeah,
No,
that's
no,
what I'm
no, no,
saying when
no,
the
no. They
Nets
were
went.
good.
Yeah,
Okay,
Talking about
yeah.
remember the first season, the Pacers were hurt and they got healthy, and they said that was a dangerous number 8 seed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was tough.
yeah,
I thought you meant 2007. I'm like,
yeah.
what? The
Oh no, no, no. But yeah, but go on. You were saying LeBron with that team or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can't even think about like it was like a long in the tooth Pistons squad because they're done. Um, who did he beat? I think he beat like no the Celtics came last year after.
Did he beat
Yeah,
the Raptors? Did he beat the
that year
Raptors? That year?
2007
I don't
they
remember.
beat
I don't remember. But
that year they beat the Nets in this round because I remember I went to that game. No, second round. No, the Nets beat the Raptors that year. They ended up playing the Cavs. They played the Cavs in the second round. I was at the game 6. Um,
Oh, nice.
tough. Yeah, it wasn't tough that year. It was just like okay, there was no competition East, so that was just like a. So I don't know, like that one's a wash for me. I'll just say a wash because I don't want to. Yeah, to me it's a wash. I'm not. I judge anything too much on that. The lesser competition
okay.
because they.
So It say the first team the Cavs played in the playoffs was Washington Wizards, led by Gilbert Arenas. The Eastern
Mm-hmm.
Conference semifinals matchup was Cavs versus the Nets.
Mm-hmm.
They took it in 6 games. Then the Eastern Conference final, they played Detroit, which was a rematch of
Yeah.
last year's semifinals or whatever. So after the Game 5 explosion, yeah. So and then that was when they went to play the
Yeah.
yeah.
He didn't play against no other superstar. He played against all stars. Played against no who Gilbert was an all star. Jason Kidd was an all star, not a superstar. And who was the other
I
team?
mean,
The last team?
The the Pistons.
Pistons. Yeah, there was a bunch of team with a bunch of all stars. Nobody was a superstar. It was like a good unit. Good unit. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to really
and
judge. I'm not gonna
Okay.
take any points from anybody for this. Nah.
well,
Yeah,
you're taking it from the
but
Pistons.
but the bottom line question is who would you pick to carry the team, carry a team with lesser talent?
Well,
Yeah.
okay, they have to go with Jordan because he pushed the team. Whereas like LeBron, I saw him like get angry, like he was forget the word. Well, like with the team,
Yeah,
like, he'd
yeah.
get
I
upset,
think that's
but he was like, "Oh God!" Like he'll roll his eyes and instead of like getting into him and digging into him, he was just like, trying to want to be like. So I give that to Jordan,
okay.
but I don't want to
All
take
right.
nothing too much for that. But go ahead.
Crazy thing is, for me, like me personally, I think LeBron can do better with lesser talent. That's just my opinion. I feel from LeBron because that 2017, your man took a squeegee, a pail, broom. So that's why I'm surprised that you guys, both
But
figured Jordan. But
but because when I think about that season when Jordan was injured, came back
yeah,
injured, he didn't really have a squad. He led to the playoffs. That's what I'm saying.
no,
Like,
I get it. No, I get it. No,
yeah,
I
that's
get
what
it.
I'm
I
thinking about
definitely
that.
no.
Like, yeah, we're talking
Don't get
about
me wrong.
cokeheads and plumbers.
No, I know. Don't get me wrong.
Cokeheads are
The
strong.
Jordan's early teams, even though they didn't have a lot of talent, he still went to the playoffs. It's just he went
Hmm.
against the bad boy Pistons,
Yeah,
and
that's why I say, yeah.
everybody knew on the East the
Mhm.
bad boy Pistons and the Celtics, But I still think like LeBron, because like you said, the thing that you said was LeBron is a more versatile player, so that's why I'm thinking
Mhm.
if I started a franchise, But don't get me wrong, it's a close 1 and 2. It's a close one and
Mhm.
two. They
Mhm.
both
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're both not. They're
that's
both
why they want
yeah.
to take any
They're
points
both
from
phenomenal
nobody. Yeah,
leaders. Yeah, they're both
I want to
phenomenal
take the
leaders.
points from
They're
that.
both phenomenal leaders. All right. So, um, Jordan or LeBron in their best years, who would you take? And I'm gonna pull up the stats for you guys so that you guys can see it. Let me pull it up
I
here.
need the
So check
stats.
this out. All right.
I don't need the
So
stats.
these are so let me just pull it up
Go
right
ahead,
here.
go ahead, go
These are Michael Jordan versus LeBron comparison in their first 13 years. So that takes out
When you went,
Wizards. But I
yeah,
will
yeah.
say this. One thing I do want to point out, June, is you said it like LeBron scored 57 points or something, like 50 something points at the age of 37 in your video. I will say this. When he was with the Wizards at like 39 or 40, he did put a 51 piece up, Michael Jordan.
okay. So
And
you're
then
saying a few points less?
no, yeah, a few points less. But then, and his when he was older at 40, he put up a 45 piece. So I'm just not putting that out there. He did put up, like a staggering game. So that's just that. I'm just basically breaking it down because you was like Michael Jordan never couldn't do that or whatever. LeBron did. He did a good out.
Wasn't that when that was the years when
That
they
was when
put the zone
that was
in,
when
right?
he was that
No,
was when he was yeah, that was when they put
the
the zone
zone,
in.
the zone was back. Okay, this is
Yeah,
second.
2003 to the
40 year old man,
2002
He's
season.
he's
40
saying
year
he
old
did it in a
man.
game.
It was
He's
no,
saying
Forty,
it
he
was
did it in a game.
but that was
yeah.
He
for
didn't do it a season. He didn't do it for a season. Like
Nah, he didn't
oh,
do
now,
it
do
it'd
for
that
a
be like,
season.
oh
season. We're not Chamberlain. Only Will Chamberlain doing this.
no,
All right.
y'all make it seem like Jordan could.
No, no,
Nah,
I'm not saying that. I'm just
No,
saying
not
he did put up a 50 piece.
yeah,
That's
like
all I'm saying.
at a
He
later
did put up a
age,
50
yeah, like
at a later age. That's all I'm saying. He did put up a 50 piece at a later age. That's it. No quarrels, no beef. But okay. So the first season stats, if you ask me personally, I believe the stats that they both put up there was each of their fifth seasons. That's what I think. Could y'all see these numbers good?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So I'll go by the first season and stuff. So y'all could take a look at them for yourselves and see. First season, LeBron 20 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound. Michael Jordan 28 points, 6 rebounds, 6 steals, 2 steals, 8 blocks. Second year, numbers speak for itself. 22, 3, 2, 2, 27, 7, 7, 2. Season 31,
Second
7,
season.
6, 1. You said what?
Okay,
No,
no, because I
second
was looking
season.
at that. I think while it was low, but that's when he came off
That was
injury.
when he came off
Okay,
injury. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. Third season, LeBron 31, 7, 6, well, 7, 7, 2, 0. Jordan 31, 5, 5, 3, 1. Fourth season, 27, 6, 27, 7, 6. You get the idea. 35, yada yada. Fifth season to me was the best outputting across the board, even like for both players, as far as like, balancing their scoring, their rebounding and assists and steals and everything like that. To me, that's the best season for both of them. Then
Mhm.
we'll go to the sixth season, 24, 33, 6, yada yada. Seventh season, 29, 31, 7, 6, numbers basically speak for itself. 26 to 30, 7 to 6, 7 to 6, 1 to 2. But yeah, like I said, if you ask me, I think the fifth season for both
Okay, we'll go from there.
is like
We'll go from
a
the.
is like a
We'll,
is like a concrete all across the board for them.
so so basing on off the let's go by the fifth season, like where it's pretty much
Because
close
that
to.
to me, that was like their best seasons for each
Uh-huh.
player. That was like the season for each player. That's my opinion.
Oh my bad. I thought LeBron had more rebounds. Oh God, what?
Wait,
Yeah, more
sorry.
rebounds and assists. I didn't even know that. I didn't realize that.
Well, that was
Okay, but
that season.
yeah. That's
Overall,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
So yeah. So basically, we're talking about when they both were peak performance, doing everything, like going hard for everything.
Mhm.
These, like, to me, these were their
Well,
peak.
that one's
And
a
then it said in the playoffs for LeBron James that year, although he didn't make it to the finals, he dominated the postseason run by averaging 22 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists, while Jordan falling short to the bad boy Pistons. He had averaged 4 points and only 7.6 assists. It doesn't say the rebounds. So clearly the rebound numbers wasn't up there in the playoffs, but he did step up his scoring. So that's pretty
well.
much
If we're just basing it on numbers, obviously it's Jordan, and you add the intangibles. It's like and season his best year.
But does the playoffs is the playoffs included?
Well,
you could
nobody.
include the
Yeah,
playoffs
you
if
can
you want.
use it, but nobody won a chip.
You could
Nobody won a chip.
yeah.
Oh, it sound like go ahead.
Because here's the accolades. They both went to the All Star. Um, LeBron was All Star Game MVP. Jordan was NBA All First Team. LeBron was NBA All First Team. They both got the scoring title, but Jordan had All NBA Defensive First Team.
Yeah, we just based on stats. Is this to me? It's like nobody won a chip, so it's like okay, we're basically based off the regular season the most for the most part. Um, and then like I said, if that's his best season, that's the best season from both. The Jordan by a hair.
Okay. What about you, June?
Yeah, if I'm looking at the numbers, I can't
Mhm.
say it's not Jordan because in every category that matters, he has more.
But
I,
when we,
I
of
think that's
course, when we
impressive
go,
too. Okay.
of course, when we go to career stats, we know Jordan has the most points, but rebounding, assists,
It's
LeBron dominates. Owns him on that, but Jordan owns the steals, and the blocks are like neck to neck.
I'm
You
honestly I'm
know,
impressed
and
by the rebound too. Like you know,
for that year,
and assist too. Yeah, then the fifth year, yeah, Jordan was a little bit of a jock. That's really good. Yeah, that's pretty
yeah.
good.
Here,
I wouldn't expect. To me, I think LeBron should double career average. I think that's
let me see something.
he's not, but I think he should be. because
But
that's he should be. He should be averaging his career average should end with like 27 points, 10 rebounds. That should have been his career stats like ending, but it won't get there because like he wasn't a big rebounder like that.
Let me see. I'm trying to look what was Jordan's teammates in his fifth season. His fifth season, that would put him at what? What year is that?
88.
87.
And 87.
I think he came
What
in
year did he come into the league?
82,
He came.
right?
82.
80,
So
82,
87, 88. 87, yeah,
yeah,
87, 88.
87,
He
Okay.
88.
came 82.
Okay, so this was his roster.
I think Pippen was rookie.
Mike Brown, David Corzine, Artis Gilmore, Horace Grant, Michael Jordan, Charles Oakley, John
Oh,
Paxson, Scottie Pippen, Brad Sellers, Rory Sparrow, Sadell Threat, Elson Turner, Sam Vincent, Granville Waiters, Tony White. So yeah, he had a decent squad with Oakley, Horace Grant, and Pippen came there, and he averaged
There
eight
wasn't
assists. Oh
there wasn't that
wow.
team yet. There wasn't that team yet.
No, they wasn't a team. But no, but
That,
like, well, you know what? I'm going based off name at that point. Yeah,
okay.
So Oakley was a solid player at that time. Oakley was definitely a solid player. But yeah, for him to average those, yeah, because that was when they traded Oakley to get
The next year, yeah,
from the Knicks for
to get
Bill
Cartwright.
Cartwright. Will Cartwright,
Yeah,
yeah.
Pippen was a rookie
But
that year too.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, for him to do, yeah, that team wasn't okay.
Yeah, that
So
team wasn't that.
LeBron, yeah, LeBron's fifth year was what year?
2007.
Okay, so we saw that roster.
No, 2008. The fifth year,
Yeah.
he came in. Oh, he came in 03.
Okay, so the fifth year.
2003.
Yeah.
So 07, 08 season.
It's 07,
Yeah.
08. Yeah.
So that's the year
That's what I'm
after.
looking at.
The year after the finals.
Roster and stats. That's 08, 09. I need 07, 08.
No,
07, 08. Yeah, 07, 08.
07, 08.
it'll be 07.
Lance Alfred, Devin Brown, Shannon Brown, Keneal Dickinsons, Daniel Gibson, Drew Gooden, Larry Hughes, Big Z, LeBron James, Damian Jones, Dwayne Jones, Donnell Marshall, Ira Newbo. So yeah, about the
Better
same as
team.
the
That was the
the
better
only
team.
difference was he had Wally Zerbiak on there, Bill Thomas, Anderson, Ben Wallace. Wow, he had Ben Wallace, but he was that was
Yeah,
when
I
he
remember that.
Piston days. Yeah, Delonte. Everybody know Delonte West.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
was
Yeah, yeah, he
he's
definitely
nice, and then he fell
LeBron.
off.
Yeah, yeah, we all know the rumors with that Delonte West BS. But
Yes, sir.
all right, so now that we got that covered or whatever, the last question that I have for the Jordan versus LeBron debate is: if your life depended on it to win a game, who are you picking, Jordan or LeBron?
You first.
Freezer, yours is obvious. Oh, you want me first? I'm saying
Yeah.
the
Oops, let me
obvious
take
picks
this
people
off.
go. The obvious picks people go with is Jordan. That's what people say because he's 6 for 6. I don't know if I could go with Jordan. I feel LeBron always makes the right play. So I would trust that he's going to make the right play. Jordan, he's going to take the last shot more than not, even if it's not the last, it's not the right play. So I couldn't pick Jordan on that. So I will go with LeBron just because LeBron's going to make the right play. If he has a better shooter on his team, he's going to give him the ball. If he got a better closer, he's going to dish him the ball right moment. So I would have to pick LeBron.
Okay.
Freezy.
John Paxson and Steve Kerr want to have a word with you for saying Jordan doesn't make the right play. Remember those big shots. Jordan makes the right plays as well. And then here's the advantage that Jordan has over
He had
LeBron.
2 times.
Yeah, 2 times. So let me
Let me
know.
not get in your way. Let me not get in your way.
I want to know who did because that Ray Allen shot wasn't a pass from LeBron. That was a miss and a rebound.
It was a miss.
It was a miss. Rebound by Bosh to Ray Allen, which saved LeBron's legacy. But go ahead. That's my soul. That's my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the advantage of the fact that Jordan has the ball, so whatever strategy he has, they can't foul Jordan because Jordan will hit his free throws on LeBron. There's
At a higher
so much
percentage,
evidence.
yeah.
No. LeBron chokes. Forget the percentage. LeBron chokes when unless
the
he's a
percentage tells you.
the percentage does too, but
Percentage
and the games tell you
yeah.
as well. You ain't gotta look at the percentages. Like, yo, for some reason, when he's down or when it's like tied, if he's up, he's more comfortable. He has to make 2 free throws to tie it. For some reason, he's left. And it's his nerve kicking. He always looks to the left, like in a stand, and he always missed that shot. He always missed the first one. Like there's so much video of that of him missing on the first shot. LeBron, that's what I'm saying. If you got the
Free
ball,
throw, yeah.
if you got the ball seconds to go, I'm gonna foul LeBron. You're not fouling Jordan. I will foul LeBron. So to me, it's like,
But we're
that's a
saying
little
last
risky.
shot though.
That's for the last shot. If he's going for the last shot, I'm gonna foul him before he even get the
Yeah,
shot up.
but you're talking about with fouls, free throws. LeBron's
But
gonna
that's the
take it.
last.
He's not going. You know how he
What was the question? I can't see the question.
the last shot, life on the line. I
You
think.
said life on
Yeah.
the line. The last
Hold on.
shot,
I gotta change. I gotta change the.
but
All
with the
right.
last shot too, the ball's in his hand. We're not talking about a catch and shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
If the
Oh,
last
to win the
depending on
game.
to win the game.
Got you.
See? Yeah. So to me, it's like if LeBron, if it's seconds to go and LeBron I'm fouling. If I'm up by 1, my team is up. I'm fouling. I'm gonna foul. You go earn that. I'm not fouling Jordan. I'm gonna double. I'm make sure we double. We double off of what's in to stop Jordan because Jordan we ain't trying to let Jordan like hit some crazy shot. So make sure you double. If he's 1-on-1, that's your chances of is slim. So I would double Jordan. I'm fouling. That's why I would.
So who
That's
you picking?
if my life depending on it. I'm like, look, man, LeBron, man, get Kyrie the ball.
LeBron will make that 3-pointer before Jordan though, and that's a fact.
but now when we talk about life depending on it, what if he couldn't get the 3? What if they do it? If they D him up to a point where it's not a 3 is not an option. You better do LeBron because as soon as you drive, we're gonna hit you. That's his option, right? That could be one of his options right there. So I'm like, you gotta look at the whole spectrum. What are the depending on the player, how are you gonna play him? So I would like back in the day, before he left the Heat, Greg Popovich would back off LeBron, let him shoot the J because the J wasn't there. Today he's there, but yo, you know, let him drive and foul him hard. Do the free throw. What's the strategy for Jordan? What is the strategy for Jordan? You see?
Jordan told you, play zone on him. That's the strategy.
So hold on, you're gonna play a zone with seconds.
I'm saying what Jordan said. Yes, Jordan can't make that 3. So if I'm not playing on him, I'm back up. Yes, he moves this way. We got a guy sticking him. He's gonna have to pass that. So yes, that's what the zone is for. No, that's what the zone is for. I just want you to know.
Last shot of the game. If you're gonna play the zone,
Well, it's not even.
It's holes.
To win the game.
It's holes in the zone.
Well,
all Jordan got to do is drive. He's gonna get fouled. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, the way to beat a zone is to pass. It's not to try to score.
If it's second, no, that's the pass. Yeah, but if it's the last shot, you don't got time to pass. Just drive to the basket in the zone.
Yes, but if you don't beat a zone like that.
Huh? It's holes in the zone. First of all, if you're taking the ball out, see, there could be so many different scenarios. You could be taking the ball on the side. It's not like Jordan is it could be a situation where Jordan is coming up. Yeah, then you have like 2 men up, whatever, to try to trap him. But if you're taking the ball out, and then like you got these you're running screens and this and that on a inbound play, how are you gonna zone? When you have time to zone? You see, I'm talking about different scenarios.
Why don't you?
Why
don't you have time to zone?
You're gonna zone on an inbounds play?
Yes, one person stay
You know how
close to
many
him. The others, you know where he want to go.
you know how
He's
many
gonna come
picks
this
they
way.
set?
This,
That's game right
yes, but
there. That's game.
nah, but it's not. Pick's not gonna work like that. The only way you
Dude,
beat a zone is passing out of it. You're not gonna
you
beat it
cannot
trying to
zone.
attack it. It doesn't
You,
work
you
like that.
cannot zone on inbound play. You know why? Because first of all, if you zone, all it has to do is like you zone right because you're spaced out. You see how when they throwing the ball in, they're all scrunched
Uh
up in
huh.
a line and trying to stop each other because everybody's setting picks. If you set a zone, there's a hole. There's holes. All you gotta do
But
is
the
okay. There's a zone. You playing two
picks
three
beat
zone,
man
right?
coverage.
You playing 2-3 zone. All you gotta do is go
Uh
right
huh.
into the middle because nobody in the middle, right in the middle. Meet that man in the man gonna switch over and he gonna foul Jordan. But okay, 2 free throws. It
But
is see every
Freezy, the picks work against man coverage. Like that's all they was running on Jordan. That's all they were able to run on Jordan was man coverage. They couldn't run zone. So you couldn't stop Jordan's skills. Like getting to the basket, you couldn't stop that because it's 1-on-1. If you send a double team, it's one guy open. But a zone, I'm not 1-on-1 with Jordan. I'm not Russell. He's not gonna push me because I have a guy as soon as he moved there, he's playing this spot right here. We're going to keep him out. Yes, that's going to work against Jordan.
but
They're
how do you
running
play a
man. How
zone,
are you going to run?
dude? How do you play a zone on an inbound play? Like if you taking the ball, you can't play a zone because you can't play a zone. It doesn't make
He's
sense. You
not
gotta
Steph
guard your
Curry. He's
man.
not Steph Curry, though. He's not Steph Curry.
You
If you throw the ball to him behind the 3-point line,
you know,
we're not worried he's going to make that.
when do you
I don't
when
think
do you
June is understanding exactly like the
I hear
point
what
that
he's
you're
saying.
trying to make.
no
No, I do. I
because
get what
again
he's saying. On an inbound, you can't run zone
you
because it's
can't
going to be easy
yeah
to beat that zone. That's not true. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
you
It's
can't.
not.
There is no
If
point
I
of playing
stay in
the
front of
zone.
my man, yes, but yes, I'm
So if I
playing in
bring
front of
three
my
players,
man.
if I bring 3 players to the ball, you can't play
Okay.
a zone because the man who's playing over there, why you over there? That's not a zone. It's no longer a zone. Once you close the gap, it's no longer a zone. It's a trap. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why you can't
It's
play a
still,
zone. So
but
so
I'm not
nobody,
playing man defense though. That's what
huh?
I'm trying to tell you. It's not man defense. You're not. If three guys here, all three guys. No, you're playing a zone. You're playing behind them, so you
That's
don't
not a
let them get
zone.
behind you.
That's
That
not
is
a
a zone.
zone. No. If you get to the master, you're gonna end up trapping. It's not if it's in a zone. It's because you're in a
There's
line.
traps in zones. Yes.
Yeah, but you're not. But you said that you play zone. That's a trap. That's a trap. You said playing zone. That's a trap because everybody is condensed because the players are coming to the ball. Whereas like if you're coming up down the court, then you have time to set your zone. Okay, you know what? All right, the guys over here. I'm gonna move up a little bit. I'll make sure you got to cover the
That's
gaps.
what.
You can't
But look,
play it.
that's why y'all
You're
don't
not
think
playing
coach.
a
That's why
zone.
y'all don't think. But that's why y'all don't think coaching's important because you're thinking that a coach wouldn't be able to devise a scheme where it's like, no, you're going to be here because that's where Jordan want to go. People pay attention to that. They watch film, and Jordan
Dude,
likes going here. You stay here. Make sure you don't let him go there. Yes. So if three guys are there, all three of us are there,
and that's
but
man to
we know
man.
what zone we're playing.
Dude, you're
No, but
playing
we
man to
know
what's your
once he get the ball. No, but once he get the ball, we're playing our spots. Because if Jordan run
and you
here,
go into a
I know
zone.
that was my zone.
That's game. Thank
Yes.
you. That's game
That's
then.
not
He's
game.
gonna
How's that
get,
game?
you
He's gonna have
can't
to
go from
shoot the
trap.
ball.
You can't go from a trap to a zone with 3 5 seconds left in the
You have
game.
traps. You have traps in zone.
Traps,
You
the
I know
traps is
you
not
know
the
that.
zone. The zone
You have it in man and
is
in zone.
1 1 2 2 2 3. Those are zones. Those are zones. Or 3 2.
Yes, and there's
You can't
trap
play that.
packages you can run in that.
You can't play
Yes.
that in a. That's not called a zone. You can't. You're talking about something else.
What you want to
You
call
can't
it? You
play
want
a
to call
zone.
it boxing one? What do you want to call
No,
it? Is that
if the guy's on the side, so basically you're shrinking. The court is the floor is shrunk because the guy's on the side,
yes,
right? So now you have that guy
yes.
has like a couple options. He could throw it in here, or whatever, like throw it like near the basket, or the player can go back court and get it. If the player goes back court and get it, then you can like get in the zone because you're gonna get ready to trap. But if the player who's throwing it inbound is throwing it in the half court, you're leaving in gaps. So you're giving a player a free run basket. You can't do that.
No,
That
but
don't
that's
work.
not what a zone doesn't allow you to attack the basket. That's
No,
not what it
if
does.
you
A
play in a
zone
zone
makes you give up.
dude, you can't play a zone on an inbound. That don't work. I'm not trying to say that
What I'm
don't work.
saying,
You can't play a zone inbound.
if you're trying to get Jordan the ball, right? I'm asking
Yeah.
you, if you're trying to get Jordan the ball and we're trying to keep him from getting the ball, we don't care who else really get the ball. Now, if we're running a zone, once he catches the ball, you're saying there's no time to run a zone? How?
There is no zone.
When
It's a
I
trap.
know when I know
You
where
got
I'm
time to run a
going, yes.
trap, not a
If
zone. Because
but when
if
I
you say, okay, we're gonna line up. If you go into a zone once he gets the ball, you just gave Jordan a lead, a runway to get to the basket. You can't, because a
that's
zone will
man
open up.
coverage.
A zone will open up.
That's how
A trap closes. You're talking about two different things. We're talking about
no.
which is a zone. You can
Yes.
you can zone and then you can trap a player. But if you go from he gets the ball on the side, all right, spread out, go into a zone, you just open up a lane for him to go to the basket. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This
Yes,
was a
but
trap.
you I'm trying to
You
explain
can't
to you.
trap
You
on an inbound play
cannot
with
get
5
to the
seconds to go.
basket on a zone. You can't get to the basket on a zone. Why do you think Jordan was always getting to the basket? What the bad boy Pistons had to do was he comes in the paint, we're going to foul him because it was man coverage. You cannot do that to a zone. The only way you beat a zone is passing out of it. So if we want Jordan to give up that ball, do not play him man to man because he's always going to beat you. He's better than everybody that was sticking him. That was
But
always.
I
Okay,
think
so
what you,
let
I
me ask
think the
you
point
this.
that
Let me ask
wait,
you this.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead. No,
No,
go
that's
ahead,
it.
Freezy.
So let's say, okay, so if a player has the ball, he's taken out of bounds. Are you in a zone before that at that time when he's about to throw it inbound? Are you in a zone right at that time? At that time?
At that time, I got to be on a man because nobody has the ball yet. So
Exactly.
I'm on a man. I
So you
can't
have
let
to
him get
shift.
behind me.
Okay, and then if you go from that to spread it out, you giving the player a lane. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't go into a zone
You're,
on a side out of bounds play. You can't. You gotta get you gotta play man or you gotta trap. If you don't do one of those things, you're basically leaving a guy open. You're leaving a guy. You
a
can't play
man
zone.
coverage wouldn't work on
Man
that.
to
You're
man,
saying either
man to
man
man
is not
or
going to
trap
work.
on a out.
How's man going to work? How's
What
man going to
on a
work?
out?
You're
You
sticking Jordan and
3 seconds. You got 3 seconds. You better get on your man or trap him. What are you
all right,
talking about? You gotta
but
get
you're
on him.
changing. You're definitely changing things. Now you're
That's
saying
not
3 seconds.
changing
We're
because
saying
a zone is spaced out. A zone is spaced out, and then you trap on a zone. You can trap on a zone. A zone is what? One.
yes,
It could be a one. It could be a 1-2-2, or what? A 2-3, or
three.
3-2.
Yeah, three,
Then you
two.
got gaps. You can't do that if you're taking the ball out of under the team basket. I'm just giving you one scenario. Is that if you're talking about he taking it, they made a shot. They down by one. He's taking it down. You can set up in a zone, and then once he gets past the half court, then you start trapping. You make sure you trap. You move in your zone. You're trapping. You can't do that. I'm just giving you different scenarios where
But
okay
I'm not
now
talking
let's say
about trapping.
no
I'm not
but
talking
no
about.
no but
I.
but that's
Uh-huh.
something that you could do because you have 3 seconds left. You can't you gotta you gotta move over. Okay, so when you're in a zone and you help. That's it. You're trapping. You're gonna trap the guy there so he won't score. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like two different things. You don't play a zone coming out of a. If the ball, you're taking the ball out, your basket's right here. You're taking the ball. You're trying to throw the ball in. You're gonna be in a zone, or you're gonna start.
No,
You're gonna start
when they don't have the
in
ball,
a
you
lined
can't be
up.
in a zone.
Huh?
No, if they don't have the ball, you can't be in a zone. You got to be on a man. But once he get the ball,
That's what
what do you
I'm
think
talking
the
about.
focus is?
And
It's
then
Jordan.
you got 3 seconds. You're gonna go into a zone after. No, that's game. Open lane. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. You're saying what I'm saying. Like you can't go, you gotta trap. You gotta be on a man when throwing the ball in. You can't go from
You
with 3 seconds
can't trap
left.
Jordan
Why are you
though.
playing zone? You can't play
Okay,
a zone
look,
if you're
check,
entering the ball in down there.
But
Because it's
check
if
you
you
this
can't
out.
trap
basically
him though.
you open up the court. You open up the court and you're leaving your chances for wide open threes and wide open. You gotta trap. You can't zone. You stay with your man or you trap. You don't play zone.
Okay, check this out because y'all can go about this all day. The bottom
Okay.
line
Okay,
is
this is
if your life depend on winning a game, who
Jordan.
are you? There.
Sorry, it was nice
All
knowing you,
right.
Junior.
So
I'm
It was nice
saying
knowing you, Junior.
Jordan only been there 6 times. So
So
I'd be
What?
alive.
you would pick
No,
LeBron. You
wait
said
talking about this
we're
championship.
not talking about we're talking about a
We're
game.
talking
The
about
game's
just
on the line,
your life's
and
on the line. If you don't score,
Yeah,
you're
that's
dead.
what I'm saying. If he only been there 6 times, I mean, he lost a lot of games that could have brought him to the next level. He only been there
No,
six
no,
times.
no,
So
that's
I
not
will
on
pick
me.
the guy that been there. No, the guy that been there more, I will pick him. That's what I would
But
do.
the
I'll
guy who
pick the
been
guy
there
that's
more and
been
wet
there.
the bed? What are you talking about? He got
I don't
swept
think he did.
twice. He got swept twice, and he got a gentleman sweep. That's what you're gonna put your faith in? No, we talking
I don't think
about
so.
regular game. We talking about this because of your final appearances. Shoot, I would pick
okay,
Steve Kerr over LeBron, like to hit the shot. If we're gonna
To
bet,
take the
who you want
final
to hit the shot,
shot,
LeBron or Steve
yeah.
Kerr? Huh?
Yeah, but we're talking the final shot. We're talking about the win games. I know LeBron won more games than Jordan. I'm just saying that's what I know. And that's that.
Eric and Pierre
Yeah.
said
Okay, yeah. So,
Eric.
but you still gonna
I
bet your
mean,
life?
what else you want me to say? You want me to make up reasons
First of all, the
Jordan
statistics.
would
No,
have
actually,
made more shots?
LeBron in
Nah.
those situations, LeBron is 40%. Jordan was 50% on those situations. I checked that. I checked that because I knew that you were gonna mention this. It's gonna come
I
up.
mean,
Jordan is
I
fifty
can't go off
percent.
of your stat. I can't go off your
I
stats.
saw it
I can't
online.
go off
I
of
saw it online. I don't know. I just saw it
Jo-
online. I
I
googled
He's
it.
saw
talking
Kevin
about
I
from
Samuels
really
was
googled
dead
it.
too. I saw Kevin Samuels was dead online. I bet he breathing.
Don't bring that to the conversation, bro.
Oh man, yeah.
You remember Ether? Like, cause we, I think we've been keeping it like real PG, going by like by questions. Dude, I can tell you why LeBron ain't the GOAT. Because to me, you can't be a GOAT and have too many flaws.
Wait, Walls P.
When I look at
Can we
Tom
vote?
Brady,
Huh?
Can
because I look at
Yeah,
Tom Brady.
I'll let y'all go at. I'll let y'all go at it a bit.
I look at Tom Brady. I look at, okay, what's Tom Brady's flaw? Biggest flaw? He's unathletic. What else can I say there about him? How he make up for being unathletic? He makes sure he doesn't get touched. He gets rid of the ball so quick that he doesn't touch because of his lack of athleticism. So what else is wrong with Tom Brady? What? I'm trying to think. It's kind of hard for me to keep thinking about things that Tom Brady doesn't do too well. When I look at Jordan, it's the same thing. Not too many things. Comes to LeBron. Okay, so LeBron, dude, we're gonna go back to the Mavs, that finals versus the Mavs, where he didn't show up at all in the fourth quarter. The running joke was like, don't ask LeBron for change for a dollar because he's only gonna give you 3 quarters. And I was like, that time it was hilarious for that time the joke for that time of the era. And I'm like, yeah, look at LeBron's stats in the fourth quarter. He didn't show up. And he got punked by a 5'9" guard named J.J. Barrera, who was guarding him. And he couldn't dominate him. You're 6'8", 6'9", whatever, 250, 60 pounds, and you couldn't dominate a 5'9" guard? You let him embarrass you like that, you lost a chip. We're all like, what happened to LeBron? He got punked by a 5'9" guard. That's one of the things I can't say about Jordan. He was labeled a quitter. Jordan was not labeled a quitter. If you're going to talk about he retired, well, he retired, he quit. Well, you're talking about after winning the title and the death of his father. So he took on baseball just because he wanted to do something was up with him mentally. So he basically,
So excuses for him. Okay.
Excuses, but is that quitting? You gonna call somebody who won a title a quitter? Who just won a title, so you're gonna call him a quitter? I know your definition of quitter. It ain't what Webster says it is. But so I'm gonna move on. You're talking about his appearances going into the finals all the time in a weak
Say it
East.
again.
You're talking about going to the finals in a weak East all the time, right? All the time he was in a weak East. We're talking about players like who was he in the conference with? Well, no, I'm based it off of when he was on the old Celtics. It's not an excuse. It's their world. They won one championship. I think that's the most overrated championship team in history. The 2008 Celtics, overrated. They act like they were a dynasty. So, beat up on the Raptors. They were beating up on the Pacers with Paul George. You know, give him whatever. But look, nobody was a superstar yet. Paul George was still coming. So there's talent in the East for him to be like, okay, oh, he made it 10 times. Oh, whoop-de-doo, but you lost, you won. So to me, it's like, okay, and now if you would have been in the West, would you have made it out of that? So I digress. Okay. I already talked about his free throws. I'm not impressed by his free throws. You can't be my GOAT, and I can't get you on the line to win me a game. What the heck is that? You my GOAT? Nah. You could get King because your name, King James, it rhymes, and it sounds King James in a history book. That's all I'm gonna give you. Let me see it. What else? I'm not that impressed with your championships either. The championships is not impressive. We're talking about, okay, you beat OKC, you dominate them. That's what you should have done. Baby Durant, baby Westbrook, baby Harden, whatever. Yeah, got it. Then we talked about the Ray Allen 3-point shot, lucky 3-point shot. Even the Miami Heat fans gave up on it because they ran out the building. They ran out the gym. Oh, it's over. This and over. Okay, y'all got lucky. Great. So I'll say, you know what? That was the LeBron. I'll say value LeBron's best championship because you know what? That if he didn't get that one, that would have screwed him over. So I'll give him that. That's probably his best championship. I'm gonna give him that. When we're gonna go to beating the Warriors. I think Stephen A. I could call it the stimulus package they gave. You know, that's one of the real reasons why I'm not a fan of Draymond because he runs his mouth and I always say you cost your team a championship. So we already know what happened with that. Let's get to what after that one was what the bubble.
The second, yeah. No. It was he won. He beat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's the bubble.
Yeah. It was the bubble. Yeah.
It's the bubble. The bubble, right? That took place late in the summer, where LeBron, AD, and Rajon Rondo got a chance to get healthy because if everything was on a schedule because of COVID, everything got ruined. If everybody would have stayed on schedule, LeBron wouldn't have won that. And that's the biggest asterisk in the NBA history. Well, that's a bubble championship. There was no crowds. There was no flying. Everything was there. Okay, yeah, we'll give he was mentally tougher than his team was mentally tougher than all the teams. Well, all the team. I don't know because everybody's mentioned Kawhi, Weston. They were trying to get out. They couldn't stand it. Whatever they wanted. Whatever. It's a mental thing. So I gave LeBron props for being mentally strong because a lot of people say he's mentally weak, and I don't want to say that. But the fact that he did that, like number 10, whatever. So you know what? He follows up with what? Getting knocked out first round and not making it to the playoffs. And prior to that, he didn't make it to the playoffs because there you go. He couldn't have went with all that talent around him. Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, who else was there? KCP was there, Caruso. So, you know, going back to the talent thing, you know what? To knock him down for. Let me see. Am I done yet? Oh. This is what I wouldn't want. I was gonna run this else. I wouldn't want from somebody I call GOAT. The flopping, Mr. Flop, 6'8", 200 whatever pounds, and you flopping like you a guard. I didn't like that about him. Remember, he was known for flopping. That's if you could pull it up, I'll love it. David West and LeBron just flop at the same time. I'm like, this is not basketball. Are you kidding me? This is a joke. Okay. Why do you find that you put that on there for people to see that? Oh, that's ridiculous. You can't be my GOAT and embarrass me yourself.
Let me see. Let me play it now.
Miami up by 2, just under 4.5 remaining in this fourth quarter. That'll be between James and West in the post.
I feel LeBron James was getting just fronting David West.
James just went down as George fires one.
You got some pirouette shit? What the hell? Oh, come on, I'm not respecting that shit. You can't be. I can't call you my GOAT if you're doing shit.
Well, he has
I'm not on
to do
one.
that.
He has to.
No, I'll
Why?
let you finish speaking.
Yeah,
I'll
he
start
shouldn't
off
have
with
to
that.
do
I'll
that.
let
I
you.
don't want that. That's beneath. That shouldn't be flopping like that. Nah, man, I don't like that. That you can't be my GOAT. All right. So what
Okay.
else? The load management and stuff like that, and taking plays off. I don't like that at all. You can't be my GOAT and taking plays off with Kyle Kuzma pushing the play defense, taking load management. Your stats where it's like, oh, let me last three so I can be, so I can keep my record going of at least 10 points or more in a game, whatever, because it's a record. Like, come on, man, play the game. You're the GOAT. You know that's been. I look at it as you're judging a higher standard. I don't like that stuff. The stat padding and this and that. No, I don't like that. Never won defensive player of the year. That's something I compare as accolades to Jordan. So that's a knock too. You're a GOAT. You got everything. You got here. You got MVP. You got scoring titles. You got MVP, Finals MVP. You got All Star MVP. You made all defense in this and that. But you gotta. You're my GOAT. You gotta have a defensive player of the year too. Okay. What else? So many people feel that Kobe's better than LeBron. So why are we questioning that? Why is that even a debate? You know what I'm saying? The fact that people think, you know what, I think Kobe better than LeBron, even though I don't think so. But the fact that that's a debate out there, how are you gonna be my GOAT? And you're talking about going against Jordan. You still gotta answer questions for LeBron that people feel like, you know what, I don't know. When you look at the Kobe versus LeBron, I don't know about that one. I can't just give it to LeBron. And they're gonna give you a lead. So you can't be my GOAT. Last thing. Jordan's for the culture. Everybody rock Jordan. Jordan. I know it has nothing to do with basketball, but Jordan's for the culture. That's what I'm saying. So you're my GOAT. You got to be for the culture. You got to be number one for the culture. And everybody gets Jordan. Jordan's number one. They sell every year more than LeBron's, more than Kyrie and KD's and this and that.
All right. Now, once June get going, don't interrupt
I'm
him.
not
So
saying
go ahead,
nothing.
June. Yeah, it's all you, June.
You said
Yeah. People is listening in the comments. Y'all tell me how that went. All those
Okay.
things. Think about that's who you want to represent you. I don't want too many chinks in the armor of my GOAT because Brady don't got too many things that I have to question. Other than his
All right.
athleticism. Now, go ahead.
Well, you ended with Brady. I'll just say Brady had different gates, deflate gate. He had different things, but where they even made a rule after he got injured. So Brady, the referees favored him. But I'm not even going to get into that. That's besides that. You said Jordan for the culture. Jordan didn't speak up about anything for us when he was balling. So he's not for the culture because he's making sneakers people are killing each other over. He's bad for the culture to keep it real. People are getting robbed because of their sneaker. That's one. Two, of course, they're saying Kobe. Some people are saying Kobe better. You know, Kobe is one of the most beloved. And Jordan said, out of everyone who he think could beat him, he said Kobe Bryant. So if he think Kobe Bryant can beat him, why wouldn't people think Kobe Bryant's better than LeBron? Of course they're gonna think that. Your GOAT said Kobe can beat me. So yes, of course. I whatever. Days off. LeBron does way more than Jordan. Period. I'm not even gonna talk about anything else. The load management, he does way more than Jordan. Period. LeBron is what? He's in his 19th year and he hit what? He almost averaged 30 points. So trying to score that hard is not that serious. It's not. James Harden showed you that when he was averaging those numbers. He showed you it was not nothing. He was out of shape, still averaging like 30 points. So it's not that hard. Yes, I can play 82 games when I'm trying to reach numbers. Yes, so he was also going for numbers. Flopping. LeBron is 6'8", right? 6'8", 2 something, like 260. So what do referees do? When he's getting hit, they don't call it. So what do he feel I have to do? For me to get called, I'm gonna have to act. Because that's the only way I'm gonna get the call. Because this little man's right here fouling me. And I'm speaking from experience. When I play with people that feel like I'm stronger than them, they try to foul me. I mean, if you got to use animations like a Busta Rhymes and stuff, that's cool. I sat here peace while you were talking because my defense speaks for itself. I don't have to be animated. What I'm trying to say is that's what has to happen. When you're playing with little people that feel like they don't measure up to you, they try to roughhouse you. That's what they do. So yeah, he did flop. 6-0. Jordan went 6-0. He didn't win not one ring without Pippen. That's what everybody says. He didn't win one ring without Phil Jackson. He did not. Phil Jackson won 3 three-peats. I need you to hear this. He won 3 three-peats. Jordan didn't win not one championship without Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson won 3 more in a row without him. So what we can say is Phil Jackson is more responsible for the three-peat than MJ because he did it without MJ. MJ retired after Phil Jackson left. Why didn't he play without Phil Jackson? Since you have all the answers, why didn't he play without him? Because of Krause, and come on, that's excuses. So I put a 6-0 does not matter. You're talking about the defensive. What is it? The defensive player of the league. Okay, he won it. Who did he really have? Who was he really guarding? Like, do y'all watch these games back in the day? Because I've been watching them, and I see there was no talent. When you have one talented player like a Gary Payton, it's like, oh my God, Gary Payton is great. The Lakers, they were old, and like you said, Magic Johnson was on one leg when the Bulls finally beat them. When the Bulls beat the bad boy Pistons, they were also old. When they beat the Celtics was also old. When they were calling him Jesus and Gym Sneakers or whatever, they was beating his butt. So his competition, Jordan's competition, he never beat his competition until they was old and ready to leave. So I know you're trying to make it seem like, oh, his competition was better. He never beat his competition. So I hear all of that. Yeah, even that last championship, he pushed Russell. Jordan's biggest fan, Skip Bayless, what he says, he's like, yeah, that was a push, but he felt like it was something that should be allowed, and it's like, no, he was allowed to do so many things. You touch Michael Jordan, they're gonna call a foul on him. That's what the refs do. They call foul. You just touch Jordan, they call a foul. So when we're saying the bad boy Pistons was eating them up, he was getting fouls on all of those, shooting like 8 free throws a game. So yeah, of course, he's getting extra points because you could not touch your airness. You couldn't touch him. He was untouchable. So LeBron did not get that love. Nobody wanted to love LeBron. They wanted to love MJ, who wasn't for the culture, mind you. So I hear everything you're saying, but Phil Jackson was the orchestrator because when he had Doug Collins, he did nothing, like literally nothing. He also got him in his Wizard years. He did nothing. Jordan went to college for 3 years to learn how to play basketball because people say he didn't have to go anywhere to learn how to win. LeBron had to go to D-Wade. Yes, but LeBron came in as a high school student, fresh into the league, with no father, with nothing. Nobody going to lead him, give him that confidence. He had to do that himself. But Michael Jordan said Dean Smith was like a second father to me. So not only did he have his father, he also had Dean Smith, he said, that showed him how to win the game, how to play the game and do this and that. So, yeah, and he had, I don't know. I'll stop there because I'm not trying to pounce on MJ. I love MJ. I just think MJ did not have as much pressure as LeBron did. He did not. People were shocked when he came in, like, oh my God, you ever heard of this Mike Jordan? Yeah, because he wasn't nothing. But when he started doing his thing, they like, damn, we're not on his level. Like, this guy is so much more athletic than us. He's so much faster than us. He's so much stronger than us. Come on, that I don't know. I don't see how that's a go.
Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, he left? See, I
Yeah,
wasn't looking at him.
I think he lost connection. I think he lost the connection. Freeze. Yeah, I think he lost connection. All right, yeah. Those were some very like yo. Both of you guys made some compelling arguments, man. Like, damn, this is kind of hard for me to pick here. Like, being unbiased, this is a very tough pick. But damn, man. If I have to pick,
I'm not sensitive, Walls. You could pick it. I don't mind.
No. Because I'm just thinking about the arguments you made as everything as a totality, man. Like that last part you said about LeBron coming into the game with no pressure and all of that stuff. Like,
LeBron had
dang.
pressure.
No, I'm saying no. I mean, sorry, LeBron had pressure. MJ didn't have pressure, the coaching thing, all of that, all those go into factor. Like I agree with that 100%. The only thing is like the only drawback I have is once NJ made it to the top, he never looked back. And LeBron, even though he made it to the top, he still had, some losses. Granted, those losses were like insurmountable teams and situations that he had, which gave him the blemish. But at the end of the day, it still goes, as a blemish, which is kind of unfair because that first Cavaliers, like to me, that technically shouldn't go on his record. That first Cavaliers team that played against the Spurs and stuff like that. The Mavericks game, yeah, I that's like that was bad. But okay, me being a person, if I just tuned into this live and just had to pick who I believe was the winner of this debate in totality, first off, let me take it to the comment section because I know Erica Pierre, you was in this comment section from the jump. Who would you pick in a totality if she's in there? Oh, we'll see if she times in. But I know she said Jordan up ahead, up ahead. I really don't know. Like, I honestly really don't know who the heck would I
She did
pick
say
as the
Jordan.
winner, huh?
She did say Jordan.
Yeah, she said Jordan, but dag, listen to the information, man. Saying a tie is too cliche.
Yeah, I'd rather a loss than a tie.
Yeah,
I
saying
don't
a
want
tie
no
is too
tie.
is too is too cliche because y'all both make compelling arguments. But if I'm a blind person who never watched basketball a day in my life and I listen to the two arguments,
Well, you better not be
I
trying
would
not to
no,
hurt me. Just say it, cuz.
no, I would have to go with Jordan as a totality. But as far as the person who made the better argument, I would have to say June made a better argument for LeBron than Freezy did for LeBron. But going with going with who's the GOAT as far as everything y'all talked about, because there's a lot of things that you guys also agreed on behalf of Jordan. You guys agreed more so on Jordan's behalf than LeBron's behalf. So I would have to give the GOAT to Jordan, but the person who made the more compelling argument as a totality, that I would have to give to you.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like as a totality, because like I said, you guys both made some great points. Don't get me wrong, that last point that Freezy made at the end, like that was powerful. I give that to him. But everything as a totality, as far as the points that were made to have an argument for the other person, I would have to say that you made a strong point for LeBron than Freezy did for Jordan. Because the reason why I say that is because everybody automatically picked Jordan and everybody's for Jordan, so to speak. But the arguments that you made for LeBron James, those are things that people try and turn a blind eye to or people don't take notice to. So, yeah, I got to give the argument you made for LeBron, I got to give that to you. But
I want to say thank you to
yeah,
God first. And
yeah.
it's like, no. Yes,
Now,
thank you.
yeah, we was gonna go into the playoff conversation and everything like that, but
Too
Freezy's
late.
having technical issues and everything like that. So, I mean, if you want to touch on it real briefly, like what we think, because man, I got to get
Er-
my butt up for work in the morning. So I'll let or either that or we could save it for a separate video. What you want to do? You want to run through it real quick?
Oh damn, I want Freezy. We can if you have time,
Yeah, I
but
got time. We could run through it real quick. All right, bet. So first topic: what was the reason for the net? What do you believe the reason for the Nets' loss was?
I believe that was coaching. I believe the
Okay.
coaching they didn't divide they didn't make it easy on Kevin Durant to get his shots off. I feel like if they did that, Steve Nash did that. I think the Nets. Come on, Durant and Kyrie. What you think?
Yeah. You know where I stand, man. I feel like Durant and Kyrie, as talented as them players are, they should have known how to work as a cohesive team to overcome the Celtics defense because even if they double you, both of them players demand a double team. And I understand coaching, don't get me wrong, coaching plays a significant role, but
Hmm.
those players with their basketball IQ, even if Steve Nash say, "Hey, do this," they while they're on the court and they see like Celtics is coming at them from a different angle, I believe like those two players should have the IQ to find a way to maneuver, through the traps and the double teams and stuff like that. That's just how I feel. But I agree with you. Coaching does play a significant role, but with the talent of those two guys, I felt like they should have been able to overcome, like the traps and stuff that they were setting.
But they're ISO players, so that's where they don't know how to do it other than give me the ball and let me go to work.
Yeah, I mean, I could give you that. They are ISO players, but I mean, think about it though. Like, they still like there's many of games where Kyrie still is able to like when he's being double teamed and stuff like that, he's able to make the right pass to different players so that they can put the ball in the
Yeah,
basket. Durant too, because Durant for the longest played second fiddle to Westbrook. You
which
get what
is
I'm saying?
crazy.
So that's why I'm like, I don't get me wrong. Steve Nash did a terrible job. I'm not knocking that whatsoever. He did a terrible job as coaching. But I don't want to solely put it on the coaching because, like we said, if they lose, everybody's gonna blame it on coaching. I gotta put the blame on those guys too. Just
I
as
dig
much
it.
as
Yeah.
Steve Nash, I gotta put the play on them because with their basketball IQ, they should have been able to perform a lot better. Hell, look at what even Giannis pulled one game
Oh,
from the
they did.
Celtics. Yeah, it's 1-1.
Oh,
And
okay. The first
Giannis
game.
Giannis got Chris Middleton down. So,
Yeah,
so
but
that
Giannis didn't have good games though. They kind of made him do bad. Like he did terrible the
oh
first three
yeah, but
games.
he got the other teammates involved. And that's just
Yes.
one guy. You feel me? So, but that's what I think the downfall was. Okay. Next one.
K Saeed is in the chats.
Oh, okay. Um, that if you want to get back in, it's the link that's in the email. I don't know what happened. It's the link in the email I sent you. All right, so definitely hop back in. All right. So the next topic is, do the Mavs stand a chance against the Suns? Because right now, man, the way Luca's looking, though, he's a one-man show, brother. Like he's
Exactly.
killing, yeah, he's killing it. So what is your take? Do you think they stand a
Nah,
chance against the Suns?
nah. The
Okay.
Suns
Why is
the
that?
Suns is a better team. Like
Okay.
overall, they're just overwhelming. Overwhelming. Chris Paul, come on, the
Yeah.
point guard, and you
The
got
guy
Booker.
that you hate.
No, it's not that I hate him. I don't hate
Nah,
him.
it's just the dirty plays.
Yeah, I feel like you can't award that. Like I wouldn't want somebody trying to poke my son in the eyes. I
Yeah,
wouldn't want somebody trying to harm him. So I don't
I
want
got
them
you.
awarding him for that.
I got you. See, here's where I'm at with it. I think Luca can probably give you one, but the way the Suns is looking at it as we're gonna let Luca get his points and we're gonna stay at home.
Yeah.
We're gonna play defense and stay at home. So if you can beat us,
Hmm.
hey, it is what it is. But we're not gonna let your auxiliary parts basically beat us. So as good as they are, man, I think they have a problem. Welcome back, Freezy.
Dude,
I think they have a serious problem on their hands with the Mavericks. Okay, so I know you wasn't on there, but my decision to who won was LeBron is the GOAT, but
No,
the person,
MJ,
yeah,
MJ.
sorry, MJ is the GOAT. My decision was MJ is the GOAT, and as far as who made a better argument for LeBron or MJ, I gave that to June. Only on the strength of
Okay,
the
Saeed.
arguments that he made for LeBron were good enough to even make me think like, damn, okay. Because I looked at it like this. If I was a person that never watched basketball or nothing like that, you guys on more times than not, you guys agreed on Jordan being the GOAT, on several occasions. But the arguments that he made as a whole totality, I felt was a bit stronger. But like when I tell you it's a hair thin, because that last point you made for Jordan, that right there was like, damn, yo, like this is hard. And I didn't want it to be cliche where it's a tie, so to speak. So it's basically 1-1. You
I'm
got
just
the
saying. Okay,
yeah, you got the GOAT, you got the winner of who's the GOAT. But as far as who made the more compelling argument, I gave that to June because of the simple fact, like I said, he made some very compelling points for LeBron James. Where if I was a person who I didn't watch basketball, I would think like, damn, okay, this LeBron James guy, he's really like neck and neck with Jordan, so to speak. So
yeah, but I would
yeah,
say the intangibles is
yeah,
what's keeping them from that. That's from
yeah.
being the GOAT because like I said, it was too many flaws for me to say like, yo, this is who I want to represent being.
No, I get that
Yeah.
100%. That's why I'm saying he Jordan's the GOAT, yes. But the art, like I said, the arguments that he made and stuff like that, from the not having a coach to get him through like his first 3 years, yada yada. Um, Even like when he went to like Jordan basically having a Hall of Fame coach his whole career. LeBron never really had that. Of course, he had Eric Spoelstra when he
Mhm.
went to the Heat or whatever, but he never really had a coach to actually teach him the ins and outs. Of course, with LeBron's IQ, he still made out well and everything like that. But there was a lot of intangible things that he had pointed out for LeBron as far as the arguments he made for him. But as far as the debate for like, as far as like who made the case of like making me say, "Yo, this guy's the GOAT," you got that, or whatever. So that's why I'm like, it's 1-1 with the way the debate went, in my opinion. If it was up to me, I would just be like, yo, it was a tie because y'all both made some very compelling arguments and y'all was going at it like, yo. But
I hated how they
yeah,
ended because
here's the thing though. Here's the
I
thing. I will say the conversation with the zone, Freezy got that.
He did.
With the inbounds, Freezy,
No,
that
no,
was all you, brother. Yeah.
he got that.
I'm like, that's a
That was
layup.
all
That's
you.
a
Yeah.
wide open layup. Players
But
on.
okay.
I don't
Right,
We
agree with that, but you got it.
yeah, we did a we'll let you chime in because the thing that
right.
we asked was what was the reasons for the Nets loss. And June chucked it up to coaching. Me, I said coaching did play a role, but I felt like with the IQ that Durant and Kyrie got, they should have been able to still overcome the hump and pretty much at least got you one, because even Giannis, got one off the Celtics with the way their defense is as of right now for this series. So, what is your reason you think for the Nets loss to the
Okay.
Celtics?
So like I'm gonna go with coaching too because even
Okay.
the fact that you got all that talent, even if Kyrie wasn't there, whatever, you have enough talent to get one. You didn't have to win a series, but
Hmm.
to me it's
Hmm.
like every game was within like the last couple of seconds of the game, whatever, the last minute of the game. Actually, yeah, the
Hmm.
first game it was won by like a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
Coaching was the difference. Even through all that, the like KD struggling and all that, and Kyrie had a good game the first game.
Hmm.
You got talent on the bench that you didn't use. That right there would have been a difference of you winning a couple of games versus you getting swept. And I'm not gonna say they would have came out because a lot of stuff we're gonna put all that other stuff to the side because
Hmm.
once you on the court, mano y mano, let's go,
Yeah.
ball, check ball. But the fact that you got LaMarcus Aldridge on a bench. You obviously I kept telling players like, yo, he should why he not putting in Blake? Why he not putting Blake? Did you not see a difference in game 3 and game 4 when you put Blake in? Like, why was you saving it? I'm like, dude, what are you doing? So I
Mhm.
gotta blame. I'm gonna put more blame on him, right? But see, but in a overall, it's like, you gotta blame. Kyrie gets the most blame because you know what? If he would have played, let's say he would have got the vax, I respect his decision.
Mhm.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you would have like been more like, okay, you know what? I came here for a reason. I grew up as a Nets fan. This is our chance. Nothing's gonna stop me. Nothing's gonna get in my way. Because if it was me, tell by look, I like, man, I'm not feeling comfortable about this vaccination. But for the greater good for my teammates, I'm like, all right, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not,
You
I
you
could have
you
my way.
you you know that's what June was preaching the last the last sports talk we did, right?
About about, about
That
getting it.
about Kate about Kyrie, how he left his teammates to dry and everything.
Yeah,
So
like cause, see,
yeah,
'cause see, I rode with him right for the decision, but you got to be realistic. You got to say,
yeah,
look, had you been playing, the Nets would have been a higher seed, and not even have to deal with that. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like that, that,
got you,
that right there. But yeah, that
got you.
there's blame pie everywhere. Like,
Yeah,
but I think that for the season, Kyrie gets the most of it. For that series, it's on Nash.
okay. And like I said, man, I was surprised because I thought they would have at least got one. I didn't see a sweep coming. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't see a sweep coming.
Nobody did.
Yeah. And we started touching on the Mavericks championship. I mean, I said Mavericks dudes Mavericks stand a chance against the Suns.
Mm-hmm.
And me and June both agreed. And like the way I'm looking at it as like, yo, the way they're playing, they're just like, we're gonna let Luca get his, and we're just gonna stay at home. And if Luca beats us single-handedly, brother, you did a good job, but we're not like you're gonna get ran to the ground because they got enough scoring spread it evenly. Like the first game, Chris Paul only played 28, like the starters played like 20 something minutes. So you talking well rested, not exerting a lot of energy, and they still won the game. So it's like I think Mavericks is in a world of hurt. I think they could get one, but they're in a world of hurt. They're in a
Yeah,
world of hurt.
I
Yeah.
think I'll give him. I want to give him one,
Yeah.
but I would say maybe they can get
Two.
two.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe like Suns and 6, but like that's the max. But I say
Yeah.
between 5 and 6, game
Yeah.
5 and 6 and
I
Suns.
pick a gentleman sweep, yo. What you got, June?
No, I'll take a gentleman's sweep, but I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised for six. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be.
Okay. 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 All right. So, who do you expect to win between the Celtics and the Bucks? And can the Bucks' tough defense stop the Greek freak?
I got the Celtics, and I want the Bucks to win, but I don't think. I think the Celtics will stop him. I think he may get one game where he like dominates it, but I
Uh
think
huh.
we can beat him in a game in
Okay.
the 7 game series.
Okay. What you got, Freeze?
I think I'll say Bucks and 7. No,
Okay.
6. Because if it's
Okay.
at Boston, yeah. But to me now, it gets to a point where when we're in the East now, it's like it's more who I want to win rather
Okay. Okay.
because
got you.
because for
Got you.
me, if you leave it up to me like in order, like I probably out of the 4 teams left in West, I at least like the Celtics to come
Okay.
out of the
Okay.
14.
Got you. See, I think this is a series that Bucks are really gonna miss Chris Middleton.
Yes,
If they had Chris Middleton, I think Bucks would take this series. But without Chris Middleton, I think Celtics got some damn good lockdown defense, man. And I think that's going to be a problem for Giannis. They're going to just throw so many bodies at him where it's like your auxiliary parts they can't be off. Just like we saw last night. If they're off, Celtics is
hmm
gonna put a
I think
hurting on them.
I think they
So
have enough though. I think they
yeah,
have enough. Like even the fact that right now Smart is out,
yeah.
I think they have enough because you can get like Brook Lopez can just start playing good all of a sudden.
No, of course, of
Yeah, like,
course.
I think they can. That's what I'm saying. Like I go ahead, man.
I the thing is they can't be off. You
Yeah,
get what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they can't be off. So and I'm thinking to myself, how much like out of because now it's basically a five game best out of five. So it's like how consistent could those auxiliary parts be if they're shutting Giannis down? That's what it comes down to. And
Mhm.
I don't have faith that they'll have. I can see them. I can see them bringing it to 7 games, but for some reason, I'm seeing Celtics in 6. Man,
Mm.
unless they get Chris Middleton. If Chris Middleton was playing, yo, they would like this. I think this series would be over in 6 game, maybe 5. I'll just say 6 to give Celtics respect. But I think if Chris Middleton was playing 5 games, I
I
think
give
they would be
5.
out of there. I
Yeah,
think they would definitely be out of there. But I'm just seeing it hard
Mm.
for them to pull it off without Middleton. I could be wrong. If Bucks win, I won't be surprised. But I think I
I'll be
see it as a
ecstatic.
hard mountain to climb.
I'll be ecstatic. I saw June laughing when I said about I would rather have a Celtic. Well,
Yeah.
it is history because you got to think about it too. Because when I look at the Celtics, I look at it those two stars on the team.
Mhm.
Those were picks from the Nets. So
Mm.
I'm gonna hold that grudge. Those are picks from the
Yeah,
Nets,
yeah.
Paul Pierce, Garnett trade.
Yes,
So that's
yes.
why I don't want
Facts.
no success.
Facts.
Jalen
Facts.
and Tatum.
Yup,
Yeah.
Tatum and
Yeah.
Brown. Those were picks that were
Facts.
used by the Nets.
Yeah.
Nets picks
Facts.
to get them. So I don't want them to win nothing.
I'm not mad at that. I could
I
respect
think
it. I'm
that,
not
yeah.
mad at that. I respect the honesties. I'm definitely not mad at
That's
that.
why they last. I got my other my beef with the Sixers and stuff.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
that's
We're
another
gonna
thing. But I rather
which we're
them
gonna
get
get
it
to
than the
now.
Celtics. Uh-huh.
Exactly. Do the 76ers stand a chance against the Heat? Is Harden washed up?
Harden is washed.
I can go first on this one.
Yeah.
I don't think the 76ers stand a chance against the Heat. The Heat is just too much of a complete team. And I don't think that it's more so that Harden is a wash. I think it's since they changed the rules of the game, it hurt Harden's game because Harden's game was predicated on diving to the basket and expecting to get a foul called.
Mhm.
They're not giving him them foul calls. Every time you see him drive to the basket, what do you see him do to the referee? Oh my God, where's the foul call? He's not getting those calls. Harden never was a 50% field goal shooter. He was a high volume. He'll have those what was that you called ticket price numbers or whatever. What was it that you said?
Concert date.
Concert,
Concert
yeah,
date, right?
concert ticket
I'll
stats.
say like you can say early in the year concerts.
Yeah, exactly.
no,
So he always had those stats of 6'4", 15 or 5'4". He always had them. What supplemented that was the free throw
Free
shooting.
throws.
He would go to the free throw like 12, 15 times a game. So if you get 12, 15 field goals and 12, it was even higher than that, I think. This guy, he was getting mad free throws a game. So if you get that and you knock down like 7 shots, a couple of them threes, of course you're gonna have 30 points. And now that they're not giving him them ticky tack fouls, it's affecting his game, and you're seeing his true colors. So I don't think it's that he's washed up, so to speak. I think he's not getting the calls that he was. So now you're really focused on his bad shooting and stuff like that. I think that's what it is. So 76ers don't stand a chance, in my opinion. I don't think they have enough.
Not at
Who's
all.
next?
I agree with that too. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
I think maybe Harden could get you one, but it's over. I don't
yeah,
want to call him washed, but he's definitely not Houston Harden anymore.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because he can
yeah,
still get you like 18, maybe even a triple double. He can still do that. So
yeah,
he's
yeah.
just not up. He's not the superstar that he once was. And
Mhm.
and you can tell too, like that hamstring really messed him up. And that's self inflicted because when he
Yeah,
started gaining weight on purpose to try to lose it for somebody
yeah,
who wasn't always like coming in the season healthy
exactly.
anyway.
Yep.
That's gonna be a hint. That's gonna hinder you once you're gonna feel like you're 30 now. You ain't a 20-year
Facts.
old. You're gonna feel it.
Facts.
So
Facts.
that's on him. But
Yeah.
and then that's the second team I want out out of the East.
All right. Yeah, I got you.
I want them out of here. Harden quit on the Nets. So you know what? Suffer. If you get swept, that's even funnier for me.
Yeah, I feel you. June, what's your take? What you
I
got?
think
What you think?
I do think Harden is washed just because he's never going to do what he did before. I will never
Okay.
see Harden. And I do believe the 76ers have no chance. Without
Okay.
Embiid, you have
Yeah.
no chance.
0, no chance.
Mhm.
That's what you got. All right, so we're all in agreement with that. And of course, the last one, which is the big one, who wins between Warriors and Grizzlies, and can anyone stop Morant? Who's gonna go first?
Go ahead, Jim.
I want the Warriors to win so bad,
Uh-huh.
but I feel the Grizzlies are gonna win, and I don't feel anybody can stop Morant. I don't
Mm,
see it. I can't see it.
go ahead. Go ahead,
I,
Freezy.
I felt that the Grizzlies would beat the Warriors, right? But then it's
Uh-huh.
like then I thought about it. I'm like, what I'm saying? Like, was it Rudy Tom Donovich, whatever? Like,
Hmm.
never underestimate the heart of
Yeah.
a champion.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, if the Grizzlies would have got that first game as well, then that's
Yes.
something different. Now it's
Yes.
like, you know what? If the Warriors win, I say they win in 7. The Grizzlies got to take care of them earlier, or if they go to game 7, I'm going to bet on the Warriors.
Agreed. I agree with that 100.
I'm thinking the Warriors may take it in 6 because I don't see the Grizzlies beating the Warriors at home. Maybe I'm missing something because I feel like what Klay Thompson, I feel like he's gonna have big games when it comes to being home. With that being said though, the Grizzlies, man, they're just a gritty team where it's like, yo, you see them getting blown out at one point, then all of a sudden, yo, they just like the ball, the ball just bounce, like the ball's just bouncing their direction, man. The rebounds, all the intangible things. But if they fall behind at, you know, at the Warriors, I don't see them like climbing out of that hole, man. But if I had to, if you, I'm talking gun to my head.
Nah, man, nah. I mean, we're not going that deep.
Okay. Okay. Put it like this. My heart is telling me
Mhm.
Warriors in 6, but if I'm going like basketball IQ, Grizzlies in 7.
That's
That's
Really,
what I think
you
because
trust Grizzlies in 7? Really?
yeah, I'll trust Grizzlies in 7 because yo, man, like
They're at home, yeah, but
they're
yeah,
they're they're, they're they just got it like their chemistry, man. They're just like their
no,
chemistry is on point, man. Like they're a very good, well-oiled machine, man. And nobody, unless Klay Thompson can, get to form, nobody can get in front of Morant. Morant, like yo, nobody can stop him on the Warriors. They threw so many bodies at him, nobody stopped them.
GP was doing good, but then now he
Yeah.
out for the
Yeah, he's injured.
series.
You're right. You're right. You're right. GP was doing good, but yeah, they kind of took him out of the series because then
Yeah,
they say his elbow or something like that. Like so, yeah,
right.
he's done.
Yeah,
He's
so
done.
they said like that for a month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's done.
yeah, a month.
So
So, unless they get to the finals, yeah, you ain't gonna see him.
yeah, I don't see nobody stopping John Morant. So it's like, yo, either let John Morant get his and y'all clamp down on everybody else, but like I said, my heart says Warriors because I want to see Warriors versus Suns.
Yeah, I would like that too,
But
but
even Grizzlies versus
I
Suns is
wouldn't.
a
Yeah,
damn good series too. So it's like at the end of the day, it's a win-win. But
hmm
my heart say the Warriors, but basketball IQ, Grizzlies in 7.
shoot, give us fans what we want, man.
Yeah,
Go 7,
exactly.
and
Yes, yes,
I've been
yes,
disappointed these playoffs because we all said the East is gonna be crazy, but
yes.
it's looking like a dud,
Hmm.
and I blame that for the I guess the seeding.
Yeah.
I blame the if the if what's it called?
If
I think
those teams
the
wasn't
Sixers,
tanking,
huh?
if
No,
those
no,
teams
no.
wasn't,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
think that
tanking.
if Boston would have slid down to number 4, and the
The
Sixers would have ended up getting
yeah,
the number. I don't think they would have got number 2. No, no, they would have. No, I would rather had seen the Bucks and the Nets go at it in the first round.
yeah,
and the Sixers and the Bulls, because that one is a toss up, but you think the Sixers would win, but it'll be closer than the gentleman's sweep they got from the Bucks.
To
Yeah.
be honest, I would have rather seen the 76ers and the Nets
We
go
would
at
like
it.
to, but it wasn't possible. That
Yeah, I
last
know, I
game
know, I
wasn't.
know, I
Yeah.
know. But
Oh,
that's what
I
I
would
would have wanted
too.
to see.
Oh,
Yeah.
if I had a choice, I would take them before the Bucks. But I'm like, you know what? It was
Facts.
either going to be the Bucks or the Celtics. And
Facts.
and the fact that this is another one. This is an interesting one too. If the Celtics would have played the Raptors, because they wouldn't
Mm,
tell who wasn't vaxxed, and I was curious to see who wasn't going to make it up to the game. Because I think Brown, maybe Brown and Horford. I think he did get it recently. But there was going to be some players that wouldn't make it up to Toronto, and that would have been interesting. And also for Miami, I wish that the Cavs would have won. I think that would have been a better matchup for the Cavs versus for the Heat instead of playing the Hawks. So
mm.
Cavs would have been a better matchup for the. They would have given them a better series.
Maybe.
I could, yeah, maybe so. You're right.
But we got
Well,
robbed. You know?
hey, man. Unfortunately, things like that happen. Like I said, man. Hopefully next year, we'll see see if the Nets can actually go all the way with what they with the roster they have and everything like that. If especially if what's his name actually plays Ben
Sim-
Simmons. We'll see what they do with the coaching and everything like that. But yeah, we'll see what happens with these playoffs and how it plays out, man. But look, we're over 3 hours now, so
oh wow, yeah. You know
yeah, exactly. So
what?
people that tuned in, thank you for joining us, man. This was definitely look, and I said, yo, we was gonna look to go for an hour with this, man. That
It's
was
hard. It's hard to
definitely,
do it.
yeah,
It's
that
hard to
was
do it.
definitely not gonna happen, so to speak. But yeah, man, this was
Give y'all opinion on
definitely
the debate too. Y'all can chime in and let us know what y'all. I didn't get to
exactly.
read. I didn't see nothing in the
Yeah.
comments yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. But even for those who see it, afterwards, not live, yo, definitely give us your opinion on the debate, on what you think with the debate and everything like that. Who do you think had a better argument? Who do you believe is the GOAT? Let us all know what you guys think. Freezy, June, definitely appreciate this collaboration. We'll do it again for the next round of the playoffs. Don't forget to tune in to the live collaboration tomorrow between Matter of Opinion and Hold Up, Hear Me Out, though. It's going to be an interesting topic. And, fellas, I don't know about you, but once we get off this live, I'm definitely going to look and see what's up with this Kevin Samuel story
Oh
and
wow.
see if it's verified and everything like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Because,
and
I'm getting a lot of
yeah,
bad news.
yeah, because from the looks of it, it's like WBLS, I think, is saying 105.7 WBLS is saying, but nobody's saying it's confirmed. It's just saying sources. Nobody's saying it's confirmed. So let's see, man. Hopefully the Godfather, is rumors or whatever the case may be. But if it is, damn, that's a tragedy because that dude was definitely speaking for a lot, like speaking and saying a lot of things that men want to say, but can't say it, so to speak, because they don't want to get canceled or whatever. So
And
yeah,
at the end of
that's
the day, basically what he wanted us for us to get together. It wasn't just to push
yeah,
apart. He's like,
exactly,
hey, you know what?
exactly,
Get on your like do it. He said his thing that he wanted men to be the best version of themselves, and
yeah,
there was women like cut out that feminist stuff
yeah,
and get together. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole point because honestly, we at war. It seemed like I
yeah,
see a group of black women. It seemed like y'all got my like make sure I don't offend nobody because they're gonna
yeah.
black out on me in public and stuff like that. Like we shouldn't even be like that. But
This is the issue. This is the issue that I have is here you have a guy who basically is telling you like it is and the way men think. They take it as being disrespectful and want to cancel him.
mhm,
But women will turn around and talk to guys however they want. They
mhm,
will say
mhm,
whatever they want to guys, no matter what. And we just take it and,
mhm.
tuck our tail and be like, whatever, and keep it moving. So,
Sad.
yeah, man, I'm hoping these rumors aren't true. So we'll see what happens with that and kind of go from there.
All
But
right. It was good,
yeah,
man. This is good.
yeah, yeah. With that
Long
being
time
said,
coming. We've been putting
yeah,
delaying for a while too.
definitely. I know, right? So, like I said, we'll do it again. Appreciate you guys, having this debate and everything and this
Thanks, Reese.
live. Yes, we definitely got to do it again. So,
Oh, yeah.
everybody, thanks for tuning in. We
That was round
appreciate your
one.
support. Yeah, I know. Definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Oh, we're gonna have more sports debates on different topics too. Then we're gonna definitely have more sports
I
debates.
might I
Right.
might do a battle of the sexes or whatever type topic. I'm
Okay.
calling you out, Tia.
Okay. And one thing, one. I mean, another debate that I would love to have is like who do we like by position? Who do we think is the GOAT for point guard? Who do you think is the GOAT for
Oh, okay,
small
okay.
forward, power forward? Stuff
Hmm.
like that. So that would definitely be a good topic, to have debates on and stuff like that.
Cool,
So
cool, cool. All
yeah.
right.
So with that being said, man, y'all gentlemen have a good night. Everybody
Cool.
else have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch everybody on the next episode.
Out.
Peace.